Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, and syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. That is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All
Keeping up sa labas. Cruz knocks down the three. PGR. Found a way to get it. Bigay kay Jumar. Will score again. Napata. Open. Money on the three. Oh, Galinado. Down the lane. Ang dami tinamaan doon. PGR extra aggressive dito sa second quarter.
Wrestling match ni Jumar at saka ni BGR.
Perez before. Knocks it down. Shoots a three. Perez again. Welcome to the CJ Perez Show.
Ginawa ko lang naman kung ano yung makakaya kong gawin. Nag-response lang ako kung yung binibigay sa akin na trust ng mga coaches.
I'm so happy for his guys.
Hindenburg and San Miguel finds a way to come back and steal Game 3 mula sa TNT. Malayo pa itong seri ito. Marami pang pwede mangyari dito eh.
Get ready for some PBA Finals action from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. In what everyone expected to be a close race between two thoroughbred teams, San Miguel has started to open up some lengths, wants to clear this, but TNT on the other hand wants to close the gap and make it neck and neck once again in this final lap. San Miguel, led by 12-time best player of the conference, Junmar Fajardo, has taken a 2-1 lead in this best of 7. Can they make it 3-1? But TNT wants to make it deadlocked at 2. Malalaman natin yan pagkatapos ng game number 4 na aming ihandog sa inyo dito sa RPTV. Ako po si Charlie Cuna, ang aking mga kasama, the Dean Quinito Henson, and of course, Coach Luigi Trillo is with us para sa laban na ito, the race to that golden glory sa ating Philippine Cup. Dean, game number 2, nanalo, nakabawi ang SMB sa game number 3. Akala ng TNT, mukhang sila na. Pero na CJ Perez sila.
Well, ang tawag ko dito, ang turning point ng serye. It's either going to be 3-1 in favor of San Miguel or 2-2. Kagaya ng sinabi mo kanina. And I think it's going to be a very, very exciting game number 4. Mind you, ang TNT, 3 times in previous finals, they were down 1-2 in the series. They went on to win the championship. So they're hoping that this will be 4th time a charm for them.
That's right. But you know, Coach Luigi, you know how tough TNT can be. You faced them in the playoffs just recently. So what kind of a bounce back can they do as we look at the results of game number 3?
I'm sure they're going to be focused in. I saw Kelly Williams walking in. He didn't mind anyone. And they need this game, right? But going to game 3 results, Quinito?
Well, take a look at what happened here in game 3. 17 points in the 4th quarter for TNT and 28 for San Miguel. By the way, 17 points, the same number of points that CJ Perez delivered in that same quarter, in the 4th period. Unbelievable performance by CJ Perez. He finished with 20 points, 17 in the 4th period. But the big stat in any game of this series has been rebounding. San Miguel was minus 13 rebounds in game number 1, but plus 15 in game 2, plus 10 in game number 3. Rebounding, a key stat.
That's right. And we're talking about CJ Perez, who had such bravery, bordering on arrogance in that game. Coach Luigi, let's talk about him.
Well, the do-it-all wing. I mean, these type of shots, you live for this, diba? CJ, pinuhat niya yung San Miguel. And big numbers by the big guy. He had scuffle with Coach Leo, brought out the best in him, 20 points. Like Dean said, 17 in this 4th quarter to complement his 5 rebounds and 4 assists. But what a game. I'm sure if they win, that might be the turning point in the series for me, for San Miguel Beer.
Tama yun, napakaganda ng kanyang performance. You know, he wasn't having the best of games, but when it counted the most, he stepped back for the 3 and 4, 4, which gave them that. But it all starts and ends, as we always say, Dean, with Junmar Fajardo for San Miguel Beer.
9-time MVP. In game number 1, he had 24 points. And they lost that game. But in games 2 and 3, which pinanalo ng San Miguel, his average points went down to 16.5 points. But his rebounding stats soared. From 17 in game number 1, he's now averaged 21.5 rebounds in the last 2 games, which San Miguel won. And as I mentioned, rebounding appears to be the barometer of every game in this series. Junmar Fajardo has not only delivered the rebounds but also made his opponents look bad and his teammates look good.
Ganun na nga yun eh. Yung TNT, medyo nako-confused na. Sino ba talaga ang kakamada para sa San Miguel Beer? We talked about Junmar, we talked about CJ. Let's talk about Don Troliano now, Coach Luigi.
Mabigat tong si Don Troliano. I call him the game changer. Game 1, 4 points lang. Pagdating ng Game 2 at Game 3, 20 points, 4 rebounds, over 50%. And you know, I like what he said in one of the games. May nagsabi sa kanya na kahit off the bench kami, I don't feel like I'm a guy off the bench. And his confidence is soaring, and that's why they won also Game 2 and 3 because of that big 20 points.
56% field goal percentage. Don was not missing much in that last game. For more on the San Miguel Beermen, we're gonna throw it over now to Eileen Shi at courtside. Eileen?
Gentlemen, talagang kaabang-abang itong Game 4 dahil para kay Coach Leo Austria, lakas ng loob ang nagtawid sa San Miguel Beermen in Game 3. Pero ang gusto niya rin bigyan ng pansin ay yung naging decision-making ng kanyang players. Ika nga niya, in a final series like this, you can plan all you want but it doesn't mean that it will materialize, lalo na unti-unti nang nakakabisado ng TNT ang kanilang plays and adjustments. Which is why going into today, ang paalala niya sa Beermen, you can do whatever you want as long as nakakatulong ito sa team. And for him, that means being deliberate in their offense, running their plays, and refraining from one-on-one situations early in the shot clock. He liked the effort that SMB put on extending their defense at three-point line, reducing TNT's shooting to 26% from that area in the last game. Pero importante din daw, wag nilang kalimutan, bantayan ng paint kung saan 55% ang field goal ng TNT in the last game. Balik sa inyo.
So yan ang mga strategy ng SMB para makamit itong game number 4. Very crucial for the SM Beermen to go up 3 versus 1 sa seryeng ito. Ayaw nila magtabla. Pero pag-usapan naman natin ang panig ng TNT Dean. Calvin Oftana, he's the main gunner para sa koponan na ito.
But in games number 1 and 2, he averaged only 12 points. Subalit nung game number 3, pumutok siya with 25 points. Talo nga rin ang TNT. But you know, we've been talking about how important rebounding is. Take a look at the rebounding stats ni Calvin Oftana. In game number 1, kung saan tinalo ng TNT ang San Miguel, he had 10 rebounds. Game number 2, nung natalo ang TNT, he only had 1 rebound. And in game number 3, still very much lower than his average, just 5 rebounds. So it's important for Calvin Oftana not just to get the points, but to be very active underneath the boards.
That's right. He's a guy who can play, big. He can play small. Has a great outside shot, but he also needs some help. Can't do it alone. He's got a nice partner, actually. Jordan Heading can do so many things. He can shoot, Coach Luigi, but he can also dish that rock.
I remember him from our last series. You know, he's going to be so important because we don't know the health of Pogoy. So he's going to be big. He had 15 points in Game 3. But if they're going to win, they need another guy to go to, aside from Oftana, aside from Nanbata. I mean, look at those numbers. 15, 7 reaps, and 11 assists. This guy does it all, and he defends as well.
Yeah, he could shoot better, though, from the field. We know he can do that, so the 5 of 13 has to improve. But you talk about Junmar Fajardo on the other side, Dean. Napag-usapan natin siya kanina. Siyempre, yung mga bigs naman ng TNT ang nasa focus ngayon para sa mga boys si Coach Sot Reyes. And they need to defend Junmar Fajardo. You know, so the guys like BGR and Kelly and Galinato have to step it up. But we'll talk about that later because we need to throw it over to the court right now. I think there's going to be an awarding prior to the game, prior to tip-off. Kasi ngayon ibibigay ang best player of the conference, Plum. And, well, some of you have your predictions, but let's find out. Diba? Natawa si Coach Luigi. Sige, pakinggan natin. Okay, they're still preparing prior to announcing sino ang nag-BPC para sa konferensyang ito. May mga bali-balita na kanina. And if you've been watching all conference long, you probably have an idea of who it might be.
Well, statistically,
Good evening,
Junmar
PBA
Fajardo appears to have
fans.
the edge.
Before
Calvin
we proceed to our ball
Abueva
game, we're
also
going to have
in the running
the
at
awarding
number 2 in
of the
statistical points.
PBA
But let's listen now to our stadium
Best
announcer.
player of the conference. May we call in at center court, PBA Commissioner Willie Marcial, PBA Chairman and TNT Governor Mr. Ricky Vargas, PBA Vice Chairman and SMC Sports Director Mr. Al Francis Chua, PBA Treasurer and Phoenix Fuel Masters Governor Attorney Raymond Zorilla, Governor of the San Miguel Beermen Mr. Robert Non, Governor of the Alex Road Warriors Mr. Ronald Dulatre, Governor of the Magnolia Hotshots Mr. Jason Webb, Magnolia Hotshots Team Consultant Mr. Eric Areola, and the Vocari Sweat Representative Ms. Rachel Sally, Events Marketing Specialist. Let us meet the candidates. And from the Magnolia Chicken Timblados Hotshots, Xavier Lucero. Garnering 515 statistical points, 569 media votes, 162 players' votes, for a total of 1,246 points. The PBA Vocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference is from the San Miguel Beermen, Junmar Fajardo.
Well, it's a familiar tune para sa atin. We've heard it again and again. It's like those top hits that they keep playing over and over on the radio. Junmar Fajardo, for the 13th time in his PBA career, is a best player of the conference.
Very deserving. And I don't know if we'll ever see another player like Junmar. We are a witness to that. Ang galing, very humble guy. And he's upped his minutes here in the series. He's also upped his rebounds. He's playing very, very well.
To understate the matter, playing very, very well.
And talking about his stats, in the eliminations all the way to the semifinals, he was San Miguel's second leading scorer, 16.5 points. But in the finals, he is now the leading scorer of San Miguel, 19 points a game in the finals.
Ito tinatawag na ng ating venue announcer na si Robster Evangelista, ang ating mga starting fives for game number 4. Let's listen in.
CJ Perez. At forward from Taguig City, number 3, Mo Tautua.
Also at forward is an 11-time PBA champion from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Super Martial Lassiter. And at center is a record 13-time best player of the conference from Pinamungahan, Cebu, number 15, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. And now let's meet the starters for your TNT Tropang 5G. Starting at forward is one of the PBA's 50 greatest players and one of only 3 still actively playing. From Cebu, number 21, Machine Gun, Kelly Williams. Also at forward is a member of last year's mythical first team from Dumaguete, number 8, Calvin Oftana. At center from La Union, number 45, Brandon Canuelas Rosser. At guard is the only rookie last season to be a candidate for best player of the conference. From Tondo, Manila, number 15, Jordan Heading. And also at guard is a back-to-back champion with TNT last season. From Cagayan de Oro, number 6, Stingray Ray Nambata. Head coach of the Tropang 5G is Chuck Reyes. Game officials are Peter Balao, Bing Oliva, James Paez, and
ito ating mga opisyalis sa laban nito. Peter Balao, the crew chief. Bing Oliva, James Paez, and Carlo Vergara. Referee Balao officiating his 3rd finals game. Bing Oliva his 2nd, and James Paez his 2nd in a row as well. These are the starters for Coach Leo. These are the starters for Coach Chot. Nakaputi ang TNT on the floor. Nakapula naman ang SMB. Game number 4 about to start. And it's going to be Mo and BGR to jump it up at center court. Here we go. At ang unang nakakuha ng possession ay yung mga nakapula. San Miguel Beer will have the first crack.
And just checking the starting lineups of both teams, you see some changes for TNT. Nambatak is making his first start in the finals, and Jordan Heading is making his 2nd consecutive start. In and out for Junmar Fajardo. And for San Miguel naman, also some changes from game number 3. You remember that Lassiter came off the bench in game number 3. Jericho Cruz started. Now Lassiter is back in the starting lineup. Ross didn't start in game number 2. He is also back in the starting lineup now.
Nambatak had to give it up. Heading will hoist from 3. That's short. A lot of resistance from the defense there, Coach Luigi.
Yeah, well, to Quinito's point, as of nice block by these guys been playing well, Rosser. I think they start Nambatak because they have to start strong. So this is probably their best offensive unit, Talk-and-Text.
Here they go to Oftana.
And guys, talking to San Miguel Beer, assistant coach Peter Martin, he was saying that when you keep on tweaking your starting lineup, it changes your sub-patterns. And sometimes when you change your sub-patterns in the middle of the series, the players may not be too comfortable in the way things are changing or the way things are being adjusted.
Watch that defensive stop brought to us by Pioneer. Left the seal, selyado ang bubong, anumang panahon. Nambatak the mid-range. Distracted again by the San Miguel defense. Wala pa tayong score dito as we see CJ Perez navigating. Forces the action and draws a foul probably on Brandon Canuelas Rosser.
CJ does it so well, where he just barrels in and initiates the contact. I mean, that's one of the things that San Miguel Beer did well sa last game. I thought they went to the free throw line a lot. They attacked that rim. They got Junmar and Mo right away with 22 points in the first quarter.
That's right. And natawagan ng foul si Jordan Heading pala. Puntahan natin muna yung Dean's List on the San Miguel side.
Well, I think it's important that they blitz the pick and roll ng TNT. TNT likes to work Heading along with Aram, Galinato, Kelly Williams, BGR. So blitz the pick and roll so that ball doesn't go to the roller. Also, you make it difficult for the man with the ball to release and find the open man. Second is, you want to go with a semi-big lineup that is without a natural point guard, and JMF the only big on the floor, something that they did late in game number 3, which proved very well for San Miguel. And finally, drive and draw. Coach Luigi already said about how important free throws are. Game number 1, San Miguel only had 14 free throw attempts, but in games 2 and 3, they averaged 37 free throw attempts.
So yun yung mga nasa Dean's List para sa San Miguel as we saw Calvin Oftana finish on the fast break. Suddenly it's 4-1 in favor of TNT. Almost 3 minutes into this game, or just a little over 2 minutes actually, and they throw that one away. Tipped out by Oftana. It's going to stay with San Miguel Beer.
I noticed the faces as here. Nice handoff to Heading for that layup. Ito, isa pang magandang pasa ni Batak. Last second pass. He draws the defense.
Oh, CJ Perez. Hangover pa from last ball game. Yung carry over yan.
He's so hard to stop once he starts. He's hard na nga sa penetration. Pag tumira pa siya sa labas, he's practically unguardable.
But here's another guy who can be unguardable as Oftana gives it up to BGR. Decides not to go. Oftana. Balik kay BGR. Kick to Attorney Narvasa, who is the legal counsel of the PBA. Nice catch from Attorney Narvasa. Player naman din yan dati.
Aba,
Oo, di ba?
champion player yata yan, ano?
Pero kalaban ninyo.
Yes, sa kanila yan.
Kalaban. That was a three-point shot of CJ. That was brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook earlier. Another miss. But then Mo able to clean that one up. He stole it away from BGR, who had inside position.
And that's been big. The rebounding, as we were mentioning, and Mo Tautua getting a lot of playing minutes alongside JMF. We said that down the stretch, San Miguel goes with a semi-big lineup, but for as long as they can get good minutes from Mo Tautua, he'll keep on playing beside JMF. And talk about Kelly Williams. He has been a spark for TNT. He was best player in game number 1.
Tama yun, no?
It's big because he didn't score in game 3. And I saw him entering the Coliseum. He was poker face. Iba yung tindig nila, talk and text. I know this, they're all business here.
Well, you know, they know it's practically a do or die type of ball game sa araw na ito. Marshall Lafeter guarded by Oftana. 4 to shoot. Marshall. And he's knocked out of bounds. 2.8 na lang ang natitira sa shot clock nila. So they need to go quickly. But you know, Dean, you pointed it out when we covered game number 1 that Kelly Williams has been shooting really well from 3 throughout the playoffs. As we see another miss. And that's a nice start for him na nakatref na siya agad sa game na ito.
That's true. In the finals, however, his shooting has not been up to par. But you notice in that last sequence in San Miguel, as Ray Nambata scoring on that twirl move inside the shaded area, hindi nakakahawak ng bola si JMF in the rotation of San Miguel. They're moving that ball around, but they're not looking for Junmar Fajardo, at least not yet.
And that's another miss from Mo Tautua. Natapik yung bola, papunta naman sa mga nakaputi. Heading to the trailer, Kelly. Thought about it, then retreated. Here's Jordan Heading. The opening is there.
Hindi na pumasok.
Oh, he overcooked that layup.
Beautiful ball screen para sa kanya. All the way home, but he just couldn't get the layup.
Oh, way off.
No easy shots.
And no call either.
Yeah, Marshall asking for a call. Reynan Batak saying that it was a flop.
Well, for TNT, let's talk about our Dean's List. They need to control the boards for 3 things. The 3 Ps. Position, for possessions, and for pace. Number 2, they need to pressure from the backcourt, and they've got the tools to be able to do that with Enciso, Alalon, and Nampatak. Finally, they need to spread the floor. Get the bigs outside, underneath the basket, and get the outside shots to fall just as that outside shot fell for TNT.
12-6 is our score. Jordan Heading with a nice start in this ball game. He has a layup, and he's got a 3-pointer already. And TNT has doubled up San Miguel the first few minutes of this game, 12-6.
No! Guys, look at these guys and all.
This is Game 4 of the finals kung saan abante ang TNT Tropang 5G 12-6. Now looking at how the fourth quarter of Game 3 went, excluding the last minute, pinuri ni Coach Chot Reyes ang Tropang 5G for good defense. Sabi nga niya, before that, SMB was at 19 while we were at 17. And it was just incredible how they were able to score 9 points in 1 minute. Kaya naman ang pinupunto ni Coach Chot Reyes today is dapat hindi na nila hayaan na the game will be decided that way. Sa una pa lang, hindi na dapat nila hinayaan na 33 points ang natala ng SMB in Q1 of Game 3. And the only way they can do that today is with sustained defense. Tapos sa opensa, they have to minimize their turnovers from the get-go. Relatively, bumaba na ito to 14 the last game from a high of 21, but it still gave SMB 17 points of turnovers. Back to you.
Maraming salamat sa iyong report, Eileen Shi. And of course, an optimist after a loss is always a nice thing. You look for the positive things na you can take away to the next game.
And look at the pressure from the backcourt. Yun ang sinasabi natin sa atin these days for TNT. They want to be able to delay the advance of the ball before it gets to Jude Bar Fajardo with the entry pass.
Now it's CJ against Heading. No switch there if they kick the ball to Mo. Mo looking for Marshall. Marshall not even facing him. So Mo has to do his own thing. Lefty layup is short.
And he will be fouled.
Oh, no, he's going to be called for an offensive
foul.
No, you normally see Mo backing up a guy, right? This is one of the few times where he's attacking Rosser, but Rosser is really known for his lateral movement. Here you'll see him ward off a bit, and it is an offensive foul.
And you see that TNT playing single coverage defensively on the bigs ng San Miguel, and it prevents San Miguel to get or create open situations for their shooters.
Heading in and out, and then in again. Oh, what a drive! Wala kay Jordan Heading.
Sandali, kanina nagbintis yan with a wide open layup.
Oh.
Now he makes the shot on a very complicated fashion. Ano ba yan?
Gusto niya may bantay.
Oh, here's a steal.
Si BGR! First slam of the game for Brandon Ganuelas Rosser. And you know, this series so far has seen teams with great starts. Diba? TNT had that in game 1, SMB in the next 2. And then right now, TNT on a roll, 16-6. And a quick timeout was called. Panoorin natin itong drive ni Jordan Heading na binanggit nga ni Dean under high degree of difficulty.
Well, nakita natin, he went up against a bigger guy, so he used his quickness to drive by Mo Tautua. And what a shot coming from Jordan Heading.
He's far from a one-trick pony. When he first came to the Philippine basketball scene, recruited for Gilas, he was known as just a spot-up kind of shooter, Coach Luigi.
You know, he's very crafty. I mean, he can hit the three-point shot, he can get around. But this guy also has blossomed. He started slow with Tokatex. Now he's asserting himself around 30-minute games, and he has his hands full as he is playing a tough TNT team.
Double-double huling laban.
And for BGR, take a look at some of his stats. But you were talking about Jordan Heading. He had 11 assists in game number 3. Natalo nga ang TNT. But you see the emerging role of Jordan Heading as a facilitator for this team. I mean, if they're running that pick and roll with Heading with the ball, and then they blitz him, then it becomes difficult. If they don't blitz him, what are you going to do? He's going to pass the ball to the roller, or he can also get the ball back and pop from the outside. So many options for Jordan Heading.
But San Miguel has many options as well on offense. Rodney Bronjal sometimes is the guy, but he misses that hook shot. And Henry Galinato Jr. grabs his first rebound ng game number 4. We're past the halfway mark of the first period. Nambatak looking for openings. Williams. Andun ang depensa ni Bronjal. There's a switch right now, and Nambatak will try to go all the way. And he gets clobbered, but he asked for it with that nice pump fake.
You know, he's one of those guys, ang hirap bantayan eh. He'll get into the paint, and right when you think he's gonna shoot, magpa-pump fake siya. He's so crafty in getting you off balance.
You know, I'm not sure if San Miguel was expecting this kind of change in the starting lineup ng TNT, because kagaya ng binanggit natin kanina, this is Dambatak's first start in the finals, and he's going wild so far in the first quarter.
Misses that first free throw, however.
Remember, he got a sprain in that semi-final, and now he's playing significant minutes. But I think this is a good adjustment by Coach Chot, kasi they need scoring punch. And you look around the way they started, it's probably their best 5 in terms of scoring, right? And our Pogoy into the game now.
That's right. Let's see if he can contribute a little more. He only had 4 points in limited minutes in game number 3, coming off a hamstring injury. Chris Ross now goes over to CJ Perez. CJ to Rodney. Rodney, the bounce and then the basket off the glass.
Ngayon na wala na si Mo Tautua, it's gonna be for CJ Perez and Fajardo the plays. You'll notice that most of these guys, Bondial and Ross, are more role players.
And you also notice na nag-double team ang TNT sa labas against CJ Perez. Kanya nakawala si Brondial.
Oh, Oftana is wide open. And he makes the play. Nakalimutan nila na si Calvin Oftana yun.
TNT's all business. Ang ganda ng ikot ng bola ng Talking Tech.
And they've already scored 3 3-pointers. Ito si Trojano.
Gusto sanang bumawi. TNT on a 16-2 run. As on the rebound play, somebody committed a foul. It's going to be a guy in white. R.R. Bogoy confused, wondering what he did to merit that call. But there's going to be a substitution. Wami Tiongson in and Roth to the bench. Here's that 3 from Oftana. Hatid yan sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Simon Enciso is also in for TNT. And he's looking to defend CJ Perez. Yan ang matchup yata na naisip ni Coach Chot Reyes. Although on the switch now it's Pagoy against Perez. And look at Perez. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just a mid-range jumper para kay CJ. They needed points and he got him too.
He has the whole package.
Yeah,
CJ.
he's such a smooth scorer.
Quick swing to Pogoy. Defense arrived on time.
Good closeout by Wami Johnson.
Pass inside. Oftana's hook shot is short. Here comes San Miguel. It's down to 10. And they wanted to go inside to Junmar Fajardo. As the Dean pointed out earlier, it's been tough to get the ball to JMF inside.
Well, that time they made sure that he would not get that entry pass. Dalawa yung dumapensa doon kay Junmar.
Yeah, and he sprinted down to try to seal in that early offense by SMB.
Alam niyo, yung only attempt ni Fajardo was that first shot of the game that went in and out. There's Don Trojano making his presence felt right away. A 3 from Don T.
Ang lalim ng San Miguel. It's nice when you get guys like Brondial, Trojano off the bench. Ito pa isa si Wami.
Calinato Jr., who had that dunk in the last game, kicks to Oftana, who overshoots the 3. 7 na lang, hinahabol ng San Miguel. You know how quickly San Miguel can come back. They've shown it. Calinato with the steal. Waits for Enciso. To Brandon in the lane. Bounces to Henry. Goes up on the reverse.
San Miguel's been having problems with that hard show. Ang daming turnover ng TNT. Anong San Miguel off the TNT hard show on the pick and rolls. Kaya nakaka-transition dito ang TNT.
Couple of layups already on the TNT side as Junmar goes against Henry. And Junmar will miss. However, Brandon Canuelas-Roser hindi mahawakan yung bola on the rebound. He'll stay with San Miguel.
If there's one lineup that can slow down Junmar, I don't think you can stop him. It's Talking Tech. Kasi ang daming mong pwedeng bunutin eh. You've got Galinato, you've got Rosser, you've got Williams, you've got Boyeram. Ang daming pwedeng natawagan ng TNT.
And on that point, Coach Luigi, 6 players have already scored for TNT. So that's a lot of balance. While for San Miguel, only 4. And si Junmar hindi pa nakaka-score dito.
Tama. Kasi 1 attempt pa lamang siya from the field. Brandon looking to kick it to Pogoy. That's a 3 from RR.
And that's now 7 players who have scored for TNT.
Trojano kicks to Cruz, his former Adamson partner. The 3 Adamsonians are in the game right now. And the pass of Mo to Brondial goes awry.
Now this is a different combination San Miguel has on the floor without Junmar Fajardo. So they're testing Brondial and Tautua to play together.
Nagbabalik ang inyong coverage ng PBA Philippine Cup Finals sa RPTV. At siyempre, binabati natin lahat ng nanonood. Pati na rin sa YouTube channel ng One Sports din. Ang daming nanonood, ang daming sumusubaybay sa atin dyan sa YouTube na yan. So maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
At maraming salamat din sa mga dumalo dito sa MOA Arena. Kita natin, no? Ang daming tao nanonood, enjoying the action.
Enjoying yung mga antics, yung mga games natin, mga free giveaways natin pag may mga timeout dito. Tuwan-tuwa yung ating crowd, syempre, sa crowd experience na naibibigay.
We always tell our team, we wouldn't be here without yung fans.
Right.
Diba? Most especially kahit out of town, we're there. It's a big thing. So, kung wala sila, wala rin yung PBA.
Governor's Row, and among them, of course, the commissioner is there. Tapos si Mayor Eric Singson ng Candon.
Yes.
Ilocos Sur, and you know, may all-star game na gaganapin dyan sa Candon. We've had games already there in the past.
We've been there. Meralco's also been
Candon
there.
will host
Beautiful
the
place.
All-Star Extravaganza of the PBA in March. At nakita din natin some of our distinguished members of the Board of Governors ng PBA. Our Vice Chairman is with us, Vice Chairman Al Francis Chua, the Magnolia Team Governor, Jason Webb, and Magnolia Team Consultant, Eric Arejola. Our PBA Treasurer, Attorney Raymond Zorilla, and the NLEX PBA Governor, Mr. Ronald Dulate.
Mo will try again, and this time, finally, nakuha ni Mo yung kanyang basket in the paint.
They needed that. They're going straight to him.
Here's Simon, going to Brandon on the move. The finger roll is a miss, pero tinamaan siya, natulak siya. On his hip, says referee Bing Oliva, the second most senior in this referee crew.
What a pass galing kay Simon Enciso. Pocket pass para kay BGR on the way to the hole.
A look of protest on the face of Mo Tautua and Coach Leo as well. But free throws for BGR, and he swishes the first.
What I like there with the defense ng SMB is at least they're not giving layups. You know what I mean? I noticed now Coach Leo, he's put in some defenders. Cruz is in, he's got Brondial, he's got, well, Wami can set up the play, but Taulava is a fresh face. So probably to match...
Tautua.
Yeah, Tautua. To match probably TNT's defense.
1 out of 2 for BGR. He shooting 77% from the line in the finals. Here's Tautua once again.
Ayan na naman ang matchup.
It's a power move, and that time he missed.
Too strong off the glass. Pugoy up ahead to Simon. Simon balik kay RR. To the cutting BGR.
Quick.
Might have taken a step there underneath. Pugoy. Great defense from Jericho Cruz. Screen from Galinato Jr. Tabay agaw! Wala kay Cruz. And referee, Coach Chot rather asking the referee, wala bang foul doon? Bubagsak yung player ko. And the referee just says, wala.
Humingi si Coach Shot ngayon ng foul, but nasa loob siya ng court. RR went straight after the referee.
There's going to be a technical foul kaya?
They're really upset because RR did feel that it was an over-aggressive defensive stance mula kay Jericho Cruz, but
binigyan ng technical foul si Chot Reyes for entering the court.
And normally when you enter the court, that's a technical.
Yeah.
Kwami's gonna take the free throw.
Sometimes the refs have also given a warning, so it depends also, right? But
I think Coach Chot was asking for it already.
He crossed the line.
That works. You know, you show your players that you're with them. The tension's there. Alam ni Coach Chot kung gaano ka-importante itong game na to. And you know San Miguel. San Miguel can be down 20 guys and they can still win the game. Ganun kabigat ang SMB.
They've done that. They've done that.
And TNT still is in the lead. But with that technical free throw, that was like a three-point play that San Miguel scored.
Ganun na nga. Heading in the paint, dropping it off. Brandon wanted to jam it home, but the foul stifled him in midair. But he'll get 2 free throws yet again.
Now free throws are coming a lot here for TNT. And we were saying how important it is for guys to attack, draw the contact, almost a dunk.
Yeah. And that's how you want your big man to go up, diba? Ganun, strong move to the hoop.
Well, the adjustment of San Miguel now is they're showing on the pick and roll. But ang ganda ng ginawa ni Heading was he split it and he found Rosser. you know, since Rosser and Heading have joined TNT, talagang lumalab sila. These two have been welcome additions over this year, which have really strengthened. And I can say pound for pound, they're just at par with SMB in terms of depth. Sa lalim ng bench.
Jericho Cruz, wide left on the jumper. 30 seconds to go na lang sa ating quarter 1. And Jordan Heading now handling the ball. Bit of a show mula kay Mo Tautua just to slow him down. There's about a 9-second difference between our clocks. As Jordan inside the paint will kick it over to Glenn Cobuntin. 3 on the way. Finds it smart.
And that's what you call spreading the floor. Opening up the space for the penetration and then the kick out for the three-pointer.
Biggest lead of the game. And look at Heading. A second to go. He'll hoist it up. Oh! Pumasok yun! Pumasok yun! That's gonna be a 4-point shot if it counts.
And just talking about locked in, he got the steal. He looked at the clock. He knew how many seconds were in, and he hoisted it in.
And they counted. That's a 4-point shot coming from Jordan Heading. Now that came from the logo, no doubt about it.
Way past the logo, actually, I think.
Just smart. Presence of mind here. Well, kikita mo, he knows the time. And he hoisted it up before time expired.
That's why it's a 17-point lead at the end of 1.
Coach Peter, TNT came out with a different sense of urgency today, instilling pressure from the get-go while also showing better ball movement. How would you like the Beermen to respond this second quarter?
Yeah, we're looking for the right combinations. Right now, we haven't seen the right combinations. Julmar are still, I think, scoreless, so we have to look at that. At the same time, we want to also get CJ a little going. Pero medyo maganda yung depensa nila in the first quarter.
Thank you, Coach Peter. Gentlemen, back to you.
Well, Peter Martin, first assistant ng SMB, saying it just, you know, as plainly as possible. You know, they're just being well guarded. And the offense is clicking as well. You know, they allowed 35 points from TNT in the first period, Coach Luis.
Well, TNT has defended San Miguel Beer well. I think with Tautua and Junmar, they're looking to attack Rosser right away and going to Tautua. But credit TNT. They've defended the pick and roll. They've gotten a lot of transition points. They've broken down San Miguel, and then their defense has been top-notch.
And the numbers indicated San Miguel shooting only 36.8% from the floor. And because they're not able to move that ball around to find the open guys, the assists have been TNT's way. TNT already with 10 assists in this ball game. At yung San Miguel, tatatlo lamang. And that's also an indication of how tough TNT's defense has been in stymieing the execution of San Miguel's defense, or offense rather.
And they're making their shots, guys, TNT. I mean, 35 points is a lot. Heading had 15 in the last game. He's got 11 points here in the first quarter alone.
And that 4-point shot, of course, punctuating yung kanyang performance right at the buzzer. And then they get first possession in the second quarter. Heading, herky-jerky, scores again. 13 puntos na. Bigger dozen for Jordan Heading.
Heading is going wild. And, you know, this is only his second start in the finals. But he certainly can put up a lot of points here, Prongyal.
Hook shot niya, off target na naman. Tapos hindi na naman na-control ng white shirts yung board. It'll stay with San Miguel, a fresh 14 for the Beermen.
Si Heading has been a thorn sa SMB. He's plus 19 here in the first quarter. Only played 6.5 minutes. Has shot very well, 4 out of 6 to go with 3 assists.
And Coach Luigi, I'm sure you are aware of the heroics of Jordan Heading. He had 31 points in that Game 5 clincher of TNT over Meralco
Yes, TNT.
in the semifinals.
Alright,
Sorry to remind you.
Rito din. As we see a drive from CJ Perez to break the silence. Lead is still 17, however, as Brandon Ganuelas-Walser looks for someone to pass to. Galinato now. Outside to Pogoy. 7 to shoot. RR will try to create. Si tira ng malayo. Pasok yan! Parang dalawa na yan!
Oh, they're hoisting and they're making TNT now up to a 20-point lead.
Oh, look at that. A triple team. And they felt they forced him to travel, but the referee at the baseline, Carlo Vergara, or James Paez rather, says foul on TNT.
TNT is 7 out of 9 from 3 and 4. 1 4 points. Ito, sa harapan ng mukha ni Junmar. Pogoy, full of confidence.
That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Tref na yan mula kay Pogoy. Another foul is called.
And think about it, si Pogoy did not even play in the first 2 games of the finals. Last time out, he only had 4 points. Pero ngayon, Pogoy making his presence felt already with 2 3-point connections.
Kelly Williams is back in action. He scored a 3-pointer in that first period. CJ Perez will step back and miss. And then getting that is Pogoy. He hits the deck. Might have hurt his hamstring again. Heading will take a 3 and miss. And Pogoy is not getting up. And this is what, you know, they were worried about bringing him back maybe too soon from the hamstring injury. As he lunged for that ball, the loose ball,
Remember,
something might have happened again.
Yeah, and he had a hamstring strain that prevented him from playing the first 2 games of the finals.
Oh, wow. They're going to have to escort him or hold him out, support him to the bench. And that is not a good sign. He has scored 2 3-pointers in this game and was looking good, but you never know when it's those muscle-type injuries.
Yeah.
You know, against another team that might not have the depth ng SMB, pwede pa eh. But in TNT, they need everybody. And Pogoy is significant. Like you said, to your point, Attorney Charlie, he was doing very well. Let's see what happens there.
Yeah, you show. He reacts. No one's there.
Hamstring.
Di naman siya tinamaan ni CJ.
Yeah. It's that hamstring again. Now Jeron Teng in the ball game for the first time.
And Jeron have the ball right now.
And now this is the semi-big lineup that I was talking about. Junmar Fajardo is the only big on the floor. Oh, wild shot by Jeron Teng. So you've got Jeron Teng or CJ Perez playing point guard
Teng is saying,
this alignment.
Teng is saying somebody in white touched that ball before it went out. But the referees did not see if indeed that happened.
Well, Coach Leo is not complaining, so
yeah,
I think he just lost it on his own. But they'll have to see in the replay.
6 out of 8 from 3-point land, guys, ng TNT. That's 75%.
Kelly Williams wide open, but he missed the shot.
Yeah, it was a good line, pero masyado mahina.
Ito makikita natin si CJ Perez nagbababa ng bola. Ito yung malaking adjustment na ginawa ni Coach Leo sa game number 3. Australiano hits a 3.
Ito na ang SMB.
Well, that could be the start. It's down to 17 as Nambatak will attack. And miss. Could have been a continuation. It didn't go in anyway, but
they'll give him free throws.
And Nambatak has that penchant of doing that, you know, when he thinks his team needs points, he'll attack the basket. And if he can draw a foul, he'll go to the line.
You can't rest, guys, against TNT. Kasi kahit nakaka-shoot kayo, alam mo tatakbuhin kayo eh. So you can't celebrate after the 3. You've got to get guys down, bodies down. Because all of these guys, Heading, Nambatak, Oftana, they can all attack the basket. Even Kelly Williams, for a big, has the license to dribble down and attack.
And Coach Luigi, matanong ko lang sa'yo, no? Itong semi-big lineup ng San Miguel, si Junmar, the only big on the floor, wala silang natural point guard. But they've got a lot of guys who can play 2, 3, including Jeron Teng, who's going to go to the line. What do you think of this experimental lineup, the Coach Leo, that worked wonders late in game number 3?
It's a different look, right? So it's probably a pace game. If you notice, the dean and attorney, TNT likes to run. San Miguel will want to, like to your point, get the rebounds, look for points of attack with the post. Even Jeron Teng can attack. And these are big guys, Toliano and Teng. And it's worked. It's worked. I've seen it in a series. You throw that in, it catches the other team off guard.
We're talking about catching TNT off guard. Yes, Junmar Fajardo, the only big on the floor. The SMB usually pairs him with either Mo Tautu or Rodney Brondial. Pero ngayon, siya lang. The only big on the floor, and San Miguel is holding its own.
Yeah, because the two big lineup didn't work for SMB. Hinahin sila offensively. So now they have 4 guards and 1 big.
Kick out. Sabay drive si Kevin Ferrer, knocks down the defender, and referee Paez immediately saying that that's a charge from Kevin Ferrer.
And Jeron Teng getting the charge.
And Kevin Ferrer actually hit the shot, Dean.
Yeah,
Nung binangga niya yung kalaban. Kaya nga sabi niya, sayang naman yun. But he has to head back down on defense now.
Well, Jeron's known for his offense, but that time he moved laterally and took a hit.
Yeah,
That's toughness there. That's a quality minutes from him right now if he can help chip away at this big lead of TNT.
And you see Jeron Teng bringing up the ball.
Oh,
Here's
nice
the entry pass.
Pero na-kick out kay CJ. And Junmar unable to hang on to that rebound. So 18 points ang lamang ng TNT. 9 minutes and 11 pa natitira sa ating first half. Lots of basketball remaining in game number 4. 2-1 ang series lead. For those who just joined us, SMB's up. Kelly.
Once again, that middle is wide open for TNT. They're creating that space. They're going to call the foul on CJ Perez as he pushed off on Kevin Ferrer.
Yep, he did.
Pangalawa na yan ni CJ.
Side court inbound for TNT, and Jordan Henning's going to do it. Oh no, it's going to be Nambatak right in front of the Dean here at courtside.
Now nobody's posting up for TNT. They're moving that ball around the perimeter.
Oftana on the move. To Kelly, who'll swing it to Ray. Nambatak. Contact. Sabay itcha ng bola. Balik na naman sa linya. Si Ray Nambatak, who oftentimes makes that his home during games.
He masters it, attorney Charlie. What he does, Dean, is he hangs the guy in, and once he feels that contact, he's one of the guys in the league that moves his head, right? And any contact he feels, and he's probably one of the most sa league that gets to the free throw line.
Tama yun, no? Especially from that guard position. Talking about Ray Nambatak, he's averaging 13.3 in these finals on pretty good shooting from the field. 43 for a guard and 63 from 3, coach.
And let's not forget, in the last Philippine Cup finals between these two teams, hindi nga nakalaro si Nambatak with an injury. So this is a new face that San Miguel is meeting in the Philippine Conference Philippine Cup finals.
That's right. Eileen, anong balita sa'yo?
Gentlemen, bumigay na naman ang hamstring ni R.R. Pugoy matapos mag-attempt ng steal. In-explain ni PT Dexter Acero na alanganin kasi ang angulo in which he tried to do so, kaya na-overstretch ito. And then he heard a snap. And while R.R. explained that this is his way of leaving his heart on the floor, he will unfortunately be out for the rest of the game. And further tests will be done to determine his availability for the rest of the series. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat sa report mo, Eileen, and that is horrible news indeed for the TNT side. San Miguel Beer, well, that's a bit of relief because Pugoy had hit 2 threes already when he went out. Here's Heading. Of course, you never wish injuries on anybody.
Of course, of course.
Pass inside! Oh! Kelly looking for a foul as well because he got a bit of a bump there, and he's talking to referee Paez. No, that's Vergara, and now Aram comes out to calm him down, but that lead is growing. 21 na yan, blackjack na ang lamang, 8:02 to go. go back in time. 2023 Governors Cup. Nagkampiyon ang TNT, down 2-1 versus Ginebra. 1-3 straight to get that title. Kita naman natin yon. So, pwede naman. Kahit down ka na ng 1-2, pwede ka pang bumawi, di ba? Bumalik at makuha ang kampyonato. And Jolas led them to that one. RHJ, of course.
Rande, yeah.
First championship ni Pogo yata yun. Hindi, second na yun. Kasi nanalo nga sila sa second bubble. So, 2023, 2015, 2003, down 0-2, down 1-2. And then nanalo pa. So it's been done before. And of course, the way it's looking now, they believe they can do it again.
They can do it, but against San Miguel, tandaan natin, since 2017, 2019, 22, 25, San Miguel has beaten TNT 4 times, 4-2. So they've done it against other teams, but this San Miguel team is good, and there's always a first time. Ika nga.
I like how you say this San Miguel team is good. You know, yep. You got it. You know, when they lost their first 2 games this conference, some people say, ano problema ng San Miguel? Then they won 9 straight.
It's one thing to have a deep team. It doesn't guarantee you that you'll be dominant. But Coach Leo has done a good job of continuing the process from last conference.
And look at the way the pressure defense ng TNT delayed the action of SMB. By the time they're looking to pass the ball to Junmar, it's just 7 seconds left.
Then Don Trollano decides that he's gonna score. Chance for a 3-point play mula kay Don Trollano.
Diyan natin nakikita yung depth ng San Miguel. In that sequence, hindi man nakahawak ng bola si JMM, but with 7 seconds to go, San Miguel was still able to manufacture a shot from Don Trollano. Got himself a bonus, and he will be at the line.
You know, Don Trollano, a lot of players, when you ask the players who's dangerous on whatever team he's on, they say Don Trollano. They know how good this guy really is.
And using him at the 4. Kasi nga mas mobile ang San Miguel, right? Off pick and rolls if you have 2 bigs. Kahit si Brondial, I consider him a big. Si Trollano plays like a guard.
Now at the post, atake ang TNT. Calvin Oftana naman nakabingwit ng foul sa play na yon.
And so aggressive in going strong to the hole ang TNT. And Coach Leo Astra still sticking to that semi-big lineup. Coach Luigi, Junmar Fajardo, the only big guy on the floor. And Jeron Teng is sitting down, but Lassiter is now inside. When you've got those 4 guys who are very versatile, they can play 1, 2, 3, and even 4. You know, you create a lot of options on offense, but on defense might be a little bit difficult, especially if TNT is still playing its bigs and BGR and Kelly Williams are playing together at this point.
At saka yung TNT is shooting fantastic right now percentage-wise because of their movement, because of their defense, because of their moving from defense to offense. They're very, very quick.
At ayan na naman yung mga tapik na ginagawa ni Ray ng Batak. Another tap out, leaving just 17 on the shot clock.
Wala kasing natural point guard playing on the floor for San Miguel.
Jericho against Simon Enciso. He recognizes that, and so he attacks. And that's going to be a foul against Simon Enciso. And free throws for Jericho.
That's a ferocious move coming from Jericho Cruz. Grabe yun. You know that he wanted to make that shot.
Yung matchup doon din, si Jericho, dating TNT player. Si Simon naman, dating San Miguel player.
So sobrang pressure ng TNT. San Miguel doesn't have enough time to run plays. And if you notice now, it's really just to Junmar, or they're looking for points of attack off kickouts. Teng drove, Trollano drove, now si Cruz naman as that guy on your screens. Laking bagay for TNT at napakasakit na you don't want to see a player like that. You want to see both teams playing healthy.
Full strength,
Full
diba?
strength.
Yeah.
Full strength.
So unfortunately, if you guys just joined us now, na-report na nga ni Eileen Shi kanina, out for the game si Pogoy, and well, depends on what the results are of the testing, might be out even longer than today. So we wish him well, but
he was smiling. He was smiling.
Ang laki nga ng ngiti din eh. Nakakatuwa nga eh.
I love our Pogoy.
Oh, nakalusot na naman! Rain ng batak in the paint. And that's what you love about him. He's a guard who attacks that paint as if he's 6'10".
Well, at least kahit wala si Pogoy, yung sinasabi mo, healthy ng Batak. And ng Batak is playing a really good game right now.
Here's an outside shot.
The 3 not dropping for Andreas Kahilig, who just entered the game a couple of plays ago.
And just one attempt for San Miguel Beer is Nambatak. That's from the outside.
Rolled off the rim. Here come the red shirt, CJ Perez. Gathered himself and then lost his footing. Able to pick it up. They go to Junmar. Kahilig will hand it off to Show. Show for 3. Off as well, and Oftana the board.
Swerte yung TNT. They went under the screen on Marshall. You never go under the screen with Lassiter.
Tama.
One of the best shooters ever.
Kelly thought about the 3, but Kahilig was there. Nambatak gets a bump. Gets it to Enciso with 7 to shoot. Simon will try to create. Wanted to bounce it to BGR, but the ball was taken away. Cruz right into Enciso.
And they're going to call a charge.
Yeah, but it is a charge on Jericho Cruz.
Enciso standing his ground.
Quick call.
And a bit of extra activity going on the
Si
floor.
referee Peter Pala was adamant on the call na charge.
Very clear, no?
Yeah,
And
charge.
Cruz is just so physical in the way he's playing on both ends.
He's a power guard.
Ito, pakita natin.
Power guard yan eh. Yeah, he buwaba kasi.
Yeah.
And then yun, nagkasabitan. And you know, emotions have been running high since the last ball game. Remember, there were a bit of conflict going on between BGR and JMF and some other players, and even coach and player and things like that.
Kailangan. I mean, in a heated game like this, you want gladiators, you want warriors, right? And kailangan may kiskisan.
Yeah.
How bad do you want it, ika nga?
No friends in the finals, they say. Another 3, yet another 3. Ilan na yan? Siyam na tres na yata o 8 para sa TNT.
It's about 70%, 75%, and they're 1 out of 1 from 4 points.
Take it away.
Good
3 on 2. Nambatak the trailer. Kicks it over to Oftana. He'll take another one and put it in.
That's 8 triples now scored by TNT. And they've gone berserk as they've already notched 55 points. And there's still 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
They've almost doubled up, the 28.
But credit Rosser for finding Oftana and credit Nambatak going deep and finding him in the corner. Bigayan.
And Oftana with that confidence to bring it further out for another 3-pointer.
That's team basketball.
Nasa second quarter po tayo ng ating laban. 5:09 ang natitira. Down ng SMB, 55-28. But before the game, prior to tip-off, JMF gets another Best Player of the Conference plaque. Alam mo, hindi nakasa yung mga plaque niya sa bahay niya eh. Unless talagang malaking mansion na sa dami ng kanyang mga awards. 9 MVP trophies, 8 na lang kasi in-auction niya yung isa.
Well done, Junmar. But you know, minsan nangyayari, pag nananalo yung best player of the conference sa team, I've noticed this, yung kabilang team mas nainganyo, mas na-motivate niya. And Junmar hasn't scored today. And you have to give credit to TNT's defense.
Remember, he took the first attempt of the game. It was in and out. It rattled out. And that was it.
Yeah.
Junmar Fajardo, very rarely do you see him go scoreless this deep into a game. But, you know, he's feeling the pressure, I think, TNT. Well prepared to defend Junmar Fajardo. And as a team, San Miguel shooting only 34.5% from the field compared to TNT's 64.3%.
Wow. That's crazy
Yung
percentage right there.
Maintindihan ko yung first quarter. They were trying to look for Tautua. But when Tautua's out, Junmar is the point of attack. And he still has not been able to score.
Well, he has not been the point of attack, but there they go.
Na.
And there is the first
playing.
basket of Junmar in this game. So they were probably talking about the same thing we were during that huddle.
Nice play. Nice play to let him set a screen and roll.
Oh, there's
But
another
then yung sunod
three-pointer.
naman, tres na naman. Pangalawa na ni Kelly Williams yan, and that's the ninth
That is the
three-pointer.
ninth three-point connection in TNT.
Another layup inside. Dreas Cahilig gets his first two as well.
Well, they're trading 3s to 2s.
Yeah.
Right? 3s to 2s. San Miguel likes the free throw, likes inside. Tokentex is attacking and they're kicking. Attacking and kicking.
But San Miguel is now getting Junmar's touches. Kanina nakita natin, he attacked from the outside, didn't post up, got himself 2 points, and then made an assist.
Oftana's excited kasi ang liit ng kanyang bantay, but then that blows up in his face because he forced that one up, and now they're called for a loose ball foul. Oftana, of course, asking for the foul. Felt he was bumped a couple of times on the approach.
That's still a mammoth 26-point lead.
Yeah,
Enjoyed by
indeed,
TNT.
indeed.
Ito na, pinapasok si Cahilig. Even Rosales has come in. Rarely do you see these guys see minutes. And they're trying different. You know, Coach Leo is trying to find some energy, some spark. As Junmar gets his third point.
Pero kung ikaw TNT, di ba, hindi ka kampante at all because you know that, as you said earlier, Coach Luigi, SMB has the firepower. They can shoot 60 plus in that second half, di ba, and knock you down, so, and turn things around.
That's 1 out of 2 for Junmar Fajardo. Biggest lead ng TNT was 28. Now it's 25.
Kelly, lefty layup, no go. So a stop mula sa San Miguel. If they can score, it's gonna help. Perez inside to Junmar. Tipped out of bounds by Oftana. So now TNT has a chance to set up its defense.
And credit the team defense. Na late si Kelly off the drive, he pointed, Oftana helped him out. So they're sharp on their transition defense of not allowing si Junmar. Coach Chot's also been rotating a lot his bench. Fresh legs all the time. Rosser, Galinato, the bigs.
CJ, off one leg. Masyado malakas pabandang tira niya. Ito na naman ang TNT. Gustong dagdagan ang kanilang 25-point lead. Nambatak in the paint and draws another foul. Ray Nambatak, you know, he's about to be given a title to that free throw line.
And Ray Nambatak just turned 32 years old yesterday, by the way.
He doesn't look...
Belated.
Happy
Happy birthday.
But he doesn't look as athletic. But yung smarts, listo, the way he attacks, the way he gets guys off balance, the way he lunges in, very crafty.
He's a 90% shooter from the free throw line in the finals.
Mga quarter scoring na ganyan, no? First quarter, you know, there's always been a team that scored big in the first quarter in all 3 games so far.
And that's the winning team. TNT won game 1. San Miguel won game 2 and 3 by winning that first quarter.
Cahilig gets that miss off the second free throw. So only 1 out of 2, 26-point lead. Behind the back to Tautua is Rosales. Tautua moves up. Layup is good. Big Mo with another inside incursion.
Junmar Fajardo sitting down. It's Mo Tautua's turn
Simon and
to play
Ciso.
big for San Miguel.
Tahimik pa si Simon dito din, ha? Si Simon now goes to Galinato Jr. Ito na naman si Ray.
And he will score.
He did throw the foul, which is what he wanted to do. But he got the basket anyway.
Galing.
Well, he's playing against Chris Rosales, who hasn't had much playing time in the finals. So he's going up against Rosales as quickly as he can.
Mo had nowhere to go. CJ now, face to face.
That's the matchup. And Ciso versus CJ. And CJ forced to give up the pass.
Cahilig fading away.
That's a wild shot.
Had to take it.
Yeah, TNT's defense has been extremely stingy.
Oh, a 3 from Nambatak. That's a miss.
They like this space. TNT likes this space. Getting as many shots as possible early.
CJ around the defender. Some contact. No whistle. Tuloy-tuloy ang aksyon. And CJ cannot understand why. Coach Leo is livid on the other end. Oftana will step back. Now it's within C, so we've got under 2 minutes to go in our first half, which has been TNT's domain.
I'll tell you what, with the referees allowing the players to play without making too many calls, it's going to even be more physical. There will be a lot more contact that you can expect in the second half of this game.
Kahilig a 3. That's good. And they really needed that basket.
They need that, but San Miguel has not been able to dissect or penetrate of TNT. TNT has kept guys in front.
Look at that backward pass. Galinato
Tipped away.
lost the ball.
Pagkakataon ng SMB makalapit dito. Marshall from 3. Oh, a miss.
Well, he rolled the dice that time.
Yeah, he
Went
did.
for the home run.
Lead down to 23. It was 28 already. Nambatak in the paint again. Kicks it out to Glenn. 10 on the clock. Spin, jumper, short. Galinato underneath. And Glenn Cobutin's gonna say that was a pass.
4 points for Galinato. And TNT getting a lot of points from so many different people.
And
Hoy,
rebound.
nakawala. Chris
Pumasok.
Rosales. A quick move towards that left side. And Chris gets his first 2 as well. So some of the shock troopers contributing. Dreas Kahilig and si Chris Rosales. But it's really a big lead still because TNT has worked hard and knocked down those 3. So 23 points at this point. Well, yeah, we were talking about Kelly Williams prior to this game. You know, Dean, tayo nag-cover ng game number 1. Best player of the game ang si Kelly Williams. Eh. But then, since then, bumagsak ang kanyang production. Pero umangat na uli ngayon.
For Kelly Williams, in the finals, he's actually hitting only 45.5% from the line and 14.3% from three-point distance. And what a big change, what a big drop for Kelly Williams here in the finals. Ito naman ang three-point shooting. And TNT already with 9 connections in this contest against San Miguel's 4.
Just impeccable shooting from three-point land. You know, and that's a +5 in makes and such accuracy. And the timing of their threes, Coach Luigi.
But I think the quickness in way they're executing. They're coming down, miss or make by San Miguel. Tinatakbuhan nila. They're really attacking and running their DHOs very well. You know, Kelly Williams today, 8 points, 2 rebounds. But I can't forget, right when I came in, nakita ko siya eh. Some of the guys are, you know how people are like trying to take pictures. He had his scowl. He was looking down. He walked straight. Iba yung face ni Kelly for this game.
Game face on.
Yeah, game face on.
Well, that's how they're all playing as a team.
Yeah.
Collectively, mukhang nahawa silang lahat kay Kelly Williams.
I think the intensity level of TNT has really gone up several notches in this game.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that sharp jump shot.
You know,
Oftana.
parang minesure ni Oftana yung defender.
Yeah.
Turns around and sabi niya, uy, mas maliit sa akin to. Then takes the J.
2 players from TNT have scored in double figures, none for San Miguel. And, you know, talking about the defense, look at that bulldozing move of Mo Taudua. He will be denied twice.
2 blocks.
Denied twice.
Galinato holding his own.
Tough
And,
defense.
you know,
Tough
just talking about the defense of TNT and also how their pressure defense has forced turnovers. They are now leading the Department of Turnover points 18-4.
CJ off balance. And Cobuntin grabs that as time expires on this first half of action, which TNT, shall we say, dominated. 65-40 ang ating score. Ang babad player of the half natin is the guy who got it all started in that first quarter, Jordan Herring. This is brought to us by Divan. Enjoy unforgettable TV babad moments with your family, only with Divan.
Exceptional 6.5 minutes in the first quarter. He already had 11 he ended with 13, but he got his team started. I mean, and just the willingness to play D and then the poise to know the shot count and make that 4-point play.
That's an unbelievable shot. A miracle shot coming from Jordan Heading. And yes, he has finished the half with 13 points. And Nambatak with 11 points. Oftana with 15. That's 3 players in double figures for TNT at this stage. Baseline was open. What an unselfish play by Kelly Williams, who has played stellar basketball.
Heading has been busy with 9 assists. 5 on the shot clock. Heading, splitting it. Nambata, open. Money on the three. That was huge. Just a great read by Ray Nambata. One little fake, got 2 guys from San Miguel challenging in the same spot, knocking down that three. Now, getting this lead. Heading, hingi ng Pique Galinato. Oh, Galinato! Down the lane! Parang narinig ni Galinato yung sinasabi ko kanina. Are we going to give him that basketball at that stage in the ballgame? They finally get it to CJ.
There's going to be the ball screen there. Oh, nag-switch na sila.
Perez for 4! Knocks it down! Predator! Strikes again! Inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Yun yung sinasabi ni Coach Richard. The previous play, hindi siya nakahawak ng bola. Hinugulin ni Octana. CJ shoots a three. Perez again! Money on the three! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CJ Perez Show! Pumasok si CJ sa fourth quarter only with 3 points. 1 out of 7 shooting from the field.
Mayor, ano po ang rason kung bakit gaganapin ang PBA All-Star natin this year sa Condon City?
Una-una, PBA is the most popular sport sa aming lugar. And it's a great opportunity for the Ilocos region to watch them live. And of course, it's going to be the 50th and All-Star game that we will host in Condon City.
Mayor, every year kaabang-abang ang PBA All-Star, but this year it's gonna be happening again in Condon City. So ano yung mga ganap na dapat nating abangan?
Maraming gaganapin doon at we have listed a lot with, of course, with the PBA officials. At I hope that you will watch yung mga gaganapin doon. Una, of course, meron mga rookie games, and then we will have the main game or the All-Star game.
Yes, definitely a lot of things to look forward this season para sa ating PBA All-Star. At Mayor, balita ko, meron din tayong North versus South games. But syempre, chance rin para imbitahan ang mga PBA fans na nandito sa MOA Arena para manood kung kailan rin ito gaganapin sa Condon.
Inimbita ko lahat na nanonood ngayon. Sa Condon City, gaganapin ang ating 50th anniversary All-Star Game. At we will do our best to be a good host for this event.
Thank you, Mayor, and we look forward to seeing you in Condon. Pero maliban dyan, abangan rin natin ang ating 7-Eleven run happening this weekend. Of course, napaka-exciting yan because marami tayong pupuntahan, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Kaya naman ready, set, takbo tayo dahil the legendary 7-Eleven Run Series is back bigger than ever this 2026. Join thousands of runners as we take on Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao with one epic gun start. Let's celebrate 14 years of running, bonding, and non-stop fun. Abangan at sabayan nyo kami sa pagtakbo this Saturday, January 31, 10 p.m. onwards on One Sports and One Sports Facebook page. So again, see you at the starting line. At sa ngayon, papanoorin naman natin ang 2026 Converge FiberX Student Ambassadors Event.
We know that the Philippines is a very young population. Median age is 25 years old. So these kids, no, the college students, the student leaders, the content creators, the gamers, these comprise a huge chunk of our population now. No? And then again, it's also aligned with our battle cry, which is live to the power of X, live your life to the fullest. And this is what Converge has been about. You know? We want to, instead of just providing the fastest, fairest internet in the Philippines, we also want, of course, to improve the lives, to improve the condition, to uplift the Philippines. We want to bring it to a better future wherein, again, a lot of that, these are the exact same people, the youth of the country. We started with 100, and then we narrowed them into 10, and now we have the chosen X. We have only done this in Luzon. But in the next phase, we are actually going to Beermen. So it's not just Luzon, but this thing is going to be nationwide. what we are interested about is not just the gamers. This is about the content creators as well. It's about the student leaders, all right, the youth, so to speak. Because we know that if we follow this segment, this is actually the same future that we want to see and hope for in this country.
I mean, the infrastructure is there, right? And who else is going to use it, right? It's the next generation. So better to evolve it into something that is useful for them. So that in itself will sustain the entire program. Really, I look at it as a partnership, more of like collaboration. That's why I was telling them na they have the responsibility. Kasi they need to be able to speak up, be vocal, and be able to basically collaborate. We might not be knowing everything now because it's something that's for the future. But you're like, together we could uncover it. Yun yung benefit for those who are probably not in the student league, right? But they're like the representatives of the generation.
Ating mga student league ambassadors ay hindi lang magaling sa studies, kundi pagdating din sa paglalaro, paggawa ng content, lahat ng kanilang ginagawa ay nilalagyan nila ng puso.
Natulungan niya ako through this program din since kailangan namin kasi siya sa school din. And since AB Communications ako, we're more likely handling social media din and PR din yan. Yung nabigay ni Convert sa yung battle station, isa ako sa mga napili, bigyan nila ng PC, ayun. And ginagamit ko din siya more on editing and video editing ganun sa ginagamit namin sa school din.
Super po, kasi nag-attend na po ko ng event and biglang, boom! Ambassador na ako. Natulungan po nila ako by means of like sa internet po. Mabilis kasi yung Converge. Sobrang naka-help siya as a student kasi most assignments, homeworks, quizzes, and lahat na sa internet na. So because of Converge, mas mabilis namin siya without any lags.
Very shocked po ako nung nalaman ko na napili ako as a student ambassador, moreover, as one of the chosen ex. So, grabe, it's really such a blessing na dumating sa akin nung end ng 2025 ko. So, it really ended my 2025 with a blast. I cannot function without technology. And moreover po, I'm a computer science student din kasi. So, crucial sa akin yung technology when it comes to coding, development. Yung mga ginagawa po namin sa school is talagang nag-require ng technology, hindi lang ng simpleng technology, but ng high-performing na tools na kinakailangan ko talaga to And other than that, I use it for research talaga sa studies ko po. It's a big help na hindi ko na kailangan pumunta ng libraries with high-speed internet. So, very thankful po ako sa naging innovation ng Converge. Ayan, so Converge, thank you so much for letting me experience your generosity. Thank you so much. Sana po marami pa po kayong matulungan na gaya namin na students na nag-a-aspire makagawa for the bayan. So, ayun. Thank you so much, Converge. See you soon.
Two games in, and this final stands dead even. One win apiece. A series now reduced to moments, to possession, to will. Game 3 is no longer just another night. This matchup has shown us everything. Grit over glamour, force over finesse. Every loose ball is a fight. No lead is safe. No second is given. From opening tip to final horn, these two teams have dragged each other to the very edge and refuse to let go. This is Game 3 of the PBA Philippine Cup Finals.
That's the score at the half, 65-40. 25-point lead for TNT, which had a great shooting first half and played some great defense as well, guys.
Well, anytime you have TNT scoring over 30 points in every quarter, you know, it's going to be hard to stop them. But it's not just the offense and TNT. It's also about the defense that they've held San Miguel to only 40 points at the half and 36% shooting from the floor.
I was very impressed with the way TNT played, with their pace and space and their aggressiveness. Field goal, I mean, almost 60% to 46. Assist 13-7. Turnover points, not on the list there is the fast break points and turnover points, 18-4 and 15-2. TNT has been really doing well defensively. They've also been in attack mode. Even if San Miguel scores, they've attacked on the other side.
And those perimeter points, Coach Luigi, fueled by TNT's 9 out of... ilan pa yung ano? 9 3-pointers and 1 4-pointer. So just to be able to underscore what you were saying, they are 9 out of 16 from 3 and 1 out of 2 from 4.
Well, exceptional by TNT. I mean, you're not going to see this a lot against San Miguel, where San Miguel doesn't shoot the ball well. But I have to credit TNT. In your screens, Don Trollano still with 9. He came up and had some good numbers in that second quarter. CJ got off a little bit eventually. Tautua, when Junmar couldn't score, had 6, and then Kahilig off the bench. But here, TNT, even without Pogoy, they're all hot. And what a stat, 60%. I mean, they've had to earn it because this San Miguel team can also defend.
That's right. Everybody's scoring well on the TNT side. You know, that rim, that hoop looks really big para sa kanila.
At hindi natin nakita yung pangalan ni Junmar Fajardo among the leading scorers in San Miguel. Take a look at our Dean's list here for San Miguel. It's all X marks. They haven't been able to blitz that pick and roll of TNT. They've been able to execute that very well. We're talking about the Tropang 5G. They've been able to pressure from the backcourt, delaying the advance of the ball to set up their half-court offense. And they've been able to spread the floor to get penetrations, kickouts, and TNT doing a great job making it difficult for San Miguel.
That's right. You know, para yun na nga yung mga update. So X and 2 checks para sa TNT on that side.
Well, for TNT, yeah, X and 2 check marks. They have not been able to control the boards as Coach Chot Reyes would want. In fact, the board work has been even, 23 rebounds apiece.
I was gonna say, Quinito,
yeah,
it's kind of good because they didn't get walloped. You know what I mean? In the games that they lost the rebounds big. Now
right,
it's average, so I put that borderline.
And I think right now, Bea Escudero is with Coach Josh Reyes of TNT. Pakinggan natin.
Coach Josh, TNT dominated that first half, limited turnovers. You guys were able to hit those shots efficiently and also holding Junmar to just 3 points. What will be key in the second half to sustain that level of defensive intensity and level of efficiency offensively?
First, take care of the ball, like you said. If we're able to make sure that we take shots and not turn the ball over, then that'll give us a better chance of defending them on the half court to be able to execute our team defense. I'm sure they'll go to Junmar more because he had limited touches, so we just have to be ready to again execute what we need to do.
Thank you so much, Coach Josh. Gentlemen, back to you.
Charlie and Coach Louis, just going back to the stats that we mentioned, it's actually 36% shooting for San Miguel from the field. So there was a little bit of an error on the graphics, but just to be able to point out how tough the defense of TNT was. And for San Miguel, when we were talking about their Dean's list, they've not been able to blitz a pick and roll. They have not been able to maximize the use of the semi-big lineup. And they've been able to drive and draw because a lot of the bases have been covered by TNT.
That's right. You like the way the assistant coaches earlier, Peter Martin, after the first quarter, and now Josh Reyes, how they simplify things, no? For us to understand what they think their teams need to do, but it's harder to execute. Once again, congratulations. Naka 13 Best Player of the Conference awards si Junmar Fajardo. Think about it. He's been in the league for 12 years. He has 9 MVPs. 12 years, more or less, times 3 for conferences, that's 36. So about 1/3 of the time, he's been the best player of the conference in his career. So there's not, we really can't say anything more about Junmar Fajardo.
He's 36 years old. They can keep on rolling. And he was a first overall draft pick back in 2012.
I don't think we'll see anybody like a Junmar. I mean, he's a big, but he's also got a soft touch. He understands the game, makes passes.
There's going to be a ceremony at half court right now to honor some athletes, no? So let's just listen in.
Philippine baseball team for making our country proud in the recent Southeast Asian Games for their 3rd straight gold medal. 4th gold medal in 5 editions at the Southeast Asian Games. Let us all welcome the Philippine baseball team. The coaching staff: head coach Orlando Binarao, first base coach Ricardo Jimenez, third base coach Romar Landicho, pitching coach Joseph Orellana. The players: team captain Romeo the Assassin Hasmin Jr., Gerald Pareja, Renato Samuel Jr., Junmar Diarao, Mark Joseph Carolino, Kennedy Torres, John Raymond Vargas, Clarence Lyle Kaasalan, Erwin Bosito, Juan Paulo Macasaet, Mark Steven Manaig, Liam Alexei De Vera, Sergio Gorpido, John Leonel Matangihan, Mark John Philip Beronilla, Amiel De Guzman, Nigel Paule, Joshua Pineda, Rashley Santos, Joven Kenneth Maulit, Ferdinand Liguayan Jr., James Vincent Nisan, Francis Thomas Gonzaga, Kent Jordan Altarejos. The officials of the Philippine Amateur Baseball Association, or PABA, President Rodolfo Tingzon, Vice President Armando De Castro, Secretary General and Team Manager Michael Benedict Asuncion. Palakpakan po natin ang Philippine Baseball Team. Mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino!
Well, when our athletes go to these competitions, we always ask them to go for gold. And these guys, the Philippine baseball team in the SEA Games, got the gold. 3rd straight and 4th in 5 years. So kudos to them.
Kudos,
And
galing.
cheers.
Congratulations.
At dapat lang na bigyan sila ng parangal, no? And always great to win for the country. It's always great to win, but for the country, ibang level yun.
And complete attendance from the baseball team.
Ganda, no? Ayos, eh.
Lahat sila nandito.
And wearing their uniform.
Yeah.
You love it. Yeah, the colors.
Yeah.
Colors.
Ready to bat.
Yeah.
Ready to bat.
To field and to bat. These guys are amazing performance from them. But it's been an amazing performance for TNT so far. But we talked about it at the half. San Miguel is a team capable of turning things around completely in a half. So let's see what happens here.
But we will all start from defense. San Miguel really has to tighten the screws of TNT. And right now they're doing a good job until that shot coming from Calvin Oftana.
And this man is on a mission.
17 points now for Calvin after 25 points in game number 3.
Expands the lead immediately, 27 ayan. 28 was the biggest.
Junmar. Pick and roll, and they will call the foul. Side pick and roll.
Yeah, he walked right into Brandon Canuelas Rosardine, who's wondering where was my foul there.
And I think in this half, we're going to see Junmar Fajardo get a lot of touches. They'll run pick and rolls, they'll run post-ups, they'll run attack from the outside, especially if TNT continues to play single coverage.
Coach Leo called a good play to get him on the move. His first bucket of the game was also off a couple of movements on top and a roll from Junmar.
2 for 2 from the stripe, Junmar Fajardo. Here's BGR.
CJ Perez playing tough defense here on Ray Nambatak, and they're going to call a foul on CJ.
Yeah.
He's just been too aggressive on the defensive end. He's got to watch his fouls.
Yeah.
Pangatlo na yan.
And watch the way TNT moves. It's a frantic movement. It's very quick. Guys are moving all around.
Walang tigil, ano, Coach?
And then 2 times in a row, it's ended up them attacking Junmar on DHOs and off a handoff.
7.9. Nambatak has to go. Kicks it to Heading. Heading on the drive. Goes under the defense. Misses the layup, however. He made it all the way to the hoop. Di lang niya nakompleto. Don Trollano can't handle the cross-court pass, and they throw it away, the Beermen.
It's very uncharacteristic of SMB because they like to slow the game down. They want to dump the ball into Junmar, and they're trying to push the pace to get the lead back.
What about this move of starting Trollano instead of Lassiter here in the second half?
The tougher defender against Calvin Oftana.
Oftana looking for space. That bounces out. And here comes San Miguel. May magkakataon, makalapit ng konti kung maka-score. CJ! Offensive rebound taken by JMF, and then Oftana fouls him. And we'll hear from Eileen Shi. Ano bang nabalitaan mo, Eileen?
Gentlemen, with TNT coming up with 30-point quarters, Coach Peter Martin reiterated kung gaano ka-importante ang effort sa isang final serye. Ika nga niya, kailangan rin naming dumapensa even if TNT's defense is really challenging our legs. They have been successful in keeping Junmar Fajardo scoreless for a majority of the first half. Kaya naman, unlocking the key to Junmar to contribute more is their top priority, especially dahil focal point nga siya ng itong koponan na ito. Hindi daw issue ang disparity in perimeter points, 33 for TNT and 22 for SMB, pero they want to address the 15 fast break points with better shot selection as it ties in with their agenda of increasing their field goal percentage, which was at 37% in the first half. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat sa report mo, Eileen. Back to the action. Naka-free throws si Junmar, and they force another miss mula sa TNT. So, you know, there's only one way to crawl back in a game, and it's slowly, and there's a lot of time to do that.
And they've gotten actually a couple of stops. So maganda to sa panic ng SMB.
Oh, the layup is a miss. He gets it back. Junmar, he's thwarted by that defense. Kelly and Brandon holding their ground.
It's a suffocating defense.
Oh, TNT.
They just smother him every time. Nambatak, the kick to the corner, upstairs to Kelly. He'll fake the three and then drive and go! Went for the dunk. Unable to complete that one. Don Trollano on the other side. The spin, the kick to Mo. He'll lose it in the air. Up ahead to Calvin. He sees Nambatak on the right, but instead finishes on the break.
What action we're watching here on both ends of the floor.
And solid TNT front line holding their own against Junmar and Mo.
Yeah. And kanina, Kelly Williams very uncharacteristically missing that dunk. Here's Mo Tautua.
And then they call a foul. Yeah, that's a bump on BGR.
San Miguel now going to their bigs. Ito makita natin kung ano nangyari.
And then he
miss.
A couple of times, actually.
He will miss again.
Defensive stop yan. Natin sa atin ng Pioneer Elasto Steel. Selyado ang bubong. Anumang panahon.
Ito naman yung miss dunk shot galing kay Kelly Williams.
Yan, walang defensive stop yun. Hindi na talaga pumasok yung dunk.
If he had made that, he would have also been in double figures for TNT.
CJ on the move. Bitin ang kanyang tira. Here's Calvin Oftana running. The white shirts have the numbers. And Calvin says, all you needed was me.
Boy,
they're pushing the ball. They're pushing the ball back.
More fast break points, and CJ Perez trying to do things on his own.
Another turnover.
Losing the possession.
Sloppy play by SMB.
By the way, fast break points 15-2 in favor of TNT in the first half. And more fast break points now for TNT here in the second half.
You know, they were going to Junmar a couple of times. He went to the line twice already here. But then TNT doing the right things so far to expand that lead. Hand off to Trollano. Goes behind his back. Andyan ang depensa ni Kelly. Baba kay Junmar. Kalinato nakabantay. Trollano now on the move. Lefty layup is good.
So tough to stop. And that's also because TNT's defense was focused on Junmar. And that's why Junmar makes his teammates look so much better. He attracts the defense and leaves his teammates open for incursions like what happened kanina lamang.
Nabalik kay Oftana ang bola. Trollano trying to check him. Bit of a double and then he releases. Jumper, mid-range. Won't drop. Red shirts get it. Chance to come closer. Trollano now bouncing. Oh, risky pass. Taken away. They've got numbers as Junmar is just joining the scene right now.
Those turnovers are hurting
San Miguel.
Yeah.
Maganda sana yung idea ni Don Trollano to find Junmar, but bounce. Normally you might want to throw the lob because Junmar was ahead.
Every possession counts. Here's Kelly Williams with the outside shot. Wala.
Mo, good box out against Galinato. Nakuha niya ng red shirts. 25-point lead pa rin yan. And already, I think in this period alone, San Miguel have 3 or 4 turnovers. Almost another one, but they recover. Mo, CJ open. Short.
CJ Perez has been firing blanks. He's got 3 personal fouls as well.
Jordan heading, facing Junmar Fajardo na bumitaw na. Balik na si Ross sa kanya. Oh! And Ross checking Kelly Williams.
And
really
we did
went
say,
went after Kelly.
And we did say this game is going to be even more physical before it ends.
Poy Eram coming in for the first time in this game.
Another player who has not seen action for TNT is Gio Halalon. Although Halalon is very active there on the sidelines.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kelly had to be sub, but think about this, guys. To your point, Kinito, you said this. Back-to-back days off. So a fresher Kelly Williams. The first 3 games was Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Well, TNT still doing more of the same dito sa ating third quarter so far. The lead still 25. So hindi pa natatapyasan ng San Miguel Beer ang kalamangan at the half. And the guy leading the charge, Calvin Oftana.
Solid game by Calvin kahit dito sa second half. Umiinit pa rin
21
si
points
Calvin,
now.
yeah.
And Calvin is the only player from TNT who has scored in the third period.
High percentage of Tana doing it all over the court. Threes, layups, mid-range, post-up. That's why he's Calvin Oftana.
And there's Coach Chot and Coach Josh and all the coaches of TNT just probably asking their guys, just keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up because if this gets close, alam naman natin ang kakayahan ng San Miguel. San Miguel's energy has been there in this third quarter. They're making some of their twos, but they're not connecting from the outside. Minsan kailangan mo ng 1 or 2 guys to get hot and make those threes to open it up even more for Jumar.
And guys, you remember, as we were starting this game, nabanggit natin how important it is for Oftana to get his rebounds.
Yes.
He had only 1 rebound in game number 2, and then 5 rebounds in game number 3. Ngayon, meron na siyang 6. And Ciso joining the 3-point barrage.
Tama, pati siya nakahirit na rin. And he's a strict shooter kind of guy, so you better watch him. Calvin wants another! And he gets it to go!
This is now what you call a blitzkrieg.
Ang laki na
Ano kailangan natin?
for TNT.
Payong.
Muulan. Correct. Muulan na tres.
The way it's looking, San Miguel Beer in a bind. It looks like, this early, we might even be able to say that it's going to be a tight series. And wow, Game 5 is going to be super exciting as you see this 3-point
Back-to-back
connection.
threes yan, ha? Hatid sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook from TNT. And so that's a 31-point lead, and JMF nagmintis sa kanyang unang attempt mula sa line. So as the percentages of TNT stay the same or even go up, itong SMB bumabagsak. Yan, may kwento para sa atin si Eileen.
Gentlemen, 13th best player of the conference na ito ni Junmar Fajardo, and truly greatness never ends for him. Ika nga ni Junmar, nakatulong ang pag-iisip na he's starting from a clean slate every conference at nawala pa siyang napapatunayan, even though in reality we all know it's actually the opposite. Truly, humility goes a long way because with this award, ang paulit-ulit na hina-highlight ni Junmar ay yung pagtulong sa kanya ng kanyang teammates. Ika nga niya, binuhat nila ako lalo na nung struggle ako sa semi. So I may be the focal point of SMB, pero hindi ito posible without a team that is as supportive as mine. Balik sa inyo.
Ganun naman lagi si Junmar. He always credits. He deflects the credit and then he says it's my teammates who make me better, etc., etc. But you know, Junmar, you are quite a player.
He's such a humble guy. Down to earth.
Down to earth.
You can't ask anything more. He's a simple guy and he's probably the greatest player ever to play the game in the PBA.
Yan yung hinahanap mo din. Pumasok na sa game si Gio Halalon for his first action sa game number 4.
And you're going to expect even more pressure in the backcourt as Enciso taking it again.
What did I say?
And making it again.
What did I say? He's strict shooter kind of guy. There you go.
Sa init ng TNT, San Miguel has not really connected from threes. It's 2s against 3s sa game na to. Mainit. Look at that selfishness. They're just pushing, passing, finding the open guy, and they're all connecting itong TNT team.
Bumalik tayo sa recent Philippine Cups in 2021. TNT Tropang Giga, ang pangalan pa nila noon, ay nakamit nila yan sa Bacolor Bubble. At yan ang unang kampyonato ni RR Pogo. And then in 2022, the Beermen got it again. And they've had a lot in the past 10 years of these Philippine Cups, did the Beermen. In 2024, the Meralco Bolts won the first franchise championship, getting the Philippine Cup, led by a fellow who's seated beside us right now, Dean. His name's Luigi Trillo, and he got that crown. And then San Miguel got it again last season, just last conference actually, defeating the TNT team that was on its way to a Grand Slam but fell short. And there he is, in the middle, between Coach Leo, Coach Chot, there's Coach Luigi. Give us a smile, Coach, give us a smile.
I'd like to say that was also Coach Nena and our whole staff. That's not just me. So it was a great combination of the minds. So I'm proud to be part of our staff.
Coach Luigi.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with Coach Luigi.
Right.
As we're learning a lot of things from his insights about this game.
And Coach Luigi was wondering bakit nakatutok yung camera sa kanya.
Oo nga eh.
Diba? Yun yung dahilan.
Akala ko sa atin eh.
Oo nga eh.
Sa kanya lang
Sa kanya lang, hindi tayo kasama. And then Junmar, another inside incursion for Junmar Fajardo. And you know, if you're TNT, you'll allow that from time to time.
But guys, there's 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. San Miguel has yet to breach 50 points. Can you imagine the kind of defense that TNT is playing?
Yeah, when was the last time? Like you said, it's a rarity.
Junmar, he's out of his range right there. So nailabas siya ni Poy Eram. Jericho Cruz will lean in for the shot and get it to go. Back-to-back hoops para sa SMB. The lead is 31.
And you don't back off defending Jericho Cruz. You have to play as physical as he is.
The bounce inside to Halalon, and then he lost it, and Ciso couldn't control. And that's a turnover. So TNT, you know, you're up by 31, but you can't become careless here with lots of time remaining.
And I think this is a thing by Coach Chot right now. He's using some fresh legs to prepare for the next game.
Tama.
Like if you look at Halalon, Eram, Kubuntin, if they can hold their own, that's going to preserve his starters for the next game.
And remember, questionable lang pag-appear ni are Pogoy in the next ball game because of the earlier injury or recurrence of the injury na nangyari nung first half.
And that's another turnover against SMB, and that's because of TNT's tough defense. And you remember that in TNT's only victory here in the finals, they held San Miguel to 91 points. But in their 2 losses, San Miguel averaged 103 points. Kanya anak ng diferensya. For TNT, they need to hold San Miguel to less than 90 points a game.
They're only at 50 now.
Oh! Calvin Oftana! He's unconscious right now. He's just throwing it up from any angle.
How many times have you turned to us, attorney, looking at us? Because actually this stat is probably unbelievable. The way they're defending and they're making their shots.
And look at the way they blitz.
Yes.
That pick and roll. And they were able to get that steal because it was not a good strong pass para kay Junmar. Here's a steal here by Kahili. Trollano is going to score.
Yeah, he got rid of Cobuntin. Pinagpak niya si Cobuntin doon para sa fast break layup, which they haven't had many of.
Still a 32-point lead here enjoyed by TNT.
27 puntos na para kay Calvin Oftana.
That's an unbelievable showing by Calvin. This is a new high for him in this final series. And he continues to try to score.
Against tough defenders at that.
That's right. They're challenging him too.
Trollano and earlier Marshall.
Jericho Cruz, he's been quiet. Can't take the shot. Cobuntin's defense was right there. Huami will get it off the curl. Lead it down to 30. It was 35. And Ciso, kick to Calvin again. Not that time. Up ahead to Don T. Cobuntin will challenge and swat it away. Oh no! Don just lost it.
The whole bench of San Miguel is up in arms. So
Don Trollano is still down on the floor. Now he picks himself up.
He's not complaining though, si Don Trollano, because the bench is kind of complaining, but he's not.
That's just action all over.
Akala ko natapik malabas eh, pero
akala ko din eh.
hindi.
Pero umuusok si Cobuntin eh. So, you know, there wasn't real contact.
When I thought the referees had a good angle and they were convinced that they made the right call.
Oh, it hit the leg of Poy Eram. Jordan Heading probably could have picked it up, but he thought it was going to be their ball, so it's back to SMB.
And look at this pressure defense by Simon, or rather by Gio Halalon.
That's the only kind of defense he knows. Gio Halalon.
And when you have Halalon and Enciso playing together, you can expect that kind of defense. Here's Jumar Fajardo.
Yeah, that was perfect position.
That's what you call carving space. Using that elbow to make room.
He likes that matchup against Poy Eram.
Great anti-pass as well. That's a foul as Heading is off balance after the bump. They're going to reinsert Ray Nambatak into the fray. Garinato Jr. as well. Here's that carving space, as sinabi ni Dean. Chicken
nice
wing time.
Nice choice of words, or chicken wing time.
Slicing through that defense.
And scoring.
Well, that was too deep.
Too big, too strong.
That's a penalty situation na ang San Miguel. That's because of our new rule. The last 2 minutes of every quarter.
And Henry Garinato Jr. joins the scoring party as well.
Just amazed.
He's got 6.
You know, we keep on talking about the threes and the layups, but the way TNT is sharing the basketball, they're really breaking down the defense of SMB.
And a hard show by Galinato.
Oh, another one. And that pass was telegraphed. And
just so many turnovers hurting San Miguel.
Ang dami nga.
And capitalizing is TNT.
I'd like to see the number of turnovers in this quarter alone.
Well, TNT is winning this quarter again. They won it 35-18, 30-22. Isa pa.
Gio overshoots the 3. JMF another board. They might enter the fourth quarter with maybe a high 20-point lead. Might be enough of a cushion to finish this entire series, but Don Trollano goes to Jericho. He'll take a 4. And get it to go! He got that 4!
That's a 4-point shot.
Kailangan nila yan. Finally, an outside shot for SMB.
That's right. Di
All of a
masyado
sudden-
talaga, no?
All of a sudden, that lead is down to 26. And it was biggest at 35. 33.
Umabot na 35. 35.
Ah, umabot to 35.
And the thing is, that's how dangerous we think San Miguel, we know San Miguel to be because we're saying it's only 26. Baka kaya pa habulin ng San Miguel yan.
And we've got a whole quarter to play.
And now it's San Miguel ball again with 3.6. Baka makahirit pa the way Jordan Heading did in that first quarter.
And you just a mindset. You want to win the quarter and win the fourth, right? Because you may not win this, but you want that mindset where you're playing better, right? You're playing better than the last quarter.
87 to 61. That's a 26-point lead with 1 quarter to go. Nakakalampas ng 3 quarter sa ating game number 4. Isa na lang ang natitira rito at napakalaki ng lamang ng TNT 87 to 61. Ano ba nangyayari? That first quarter scoring run really set the tone. There was a 13-0 run. Kaya naman bumuka ng konti yung score at hindi na lumingon itong TNT. Iniwanan ang San Miguel at the whole time San Miguel Beers trying to play catch-up. If you look at the different categories, we have perimeter points. And TNT has lorded over there, plus 25 sa perimeter points on the strength of a bunch of 3-pointers. And even a 4 mula kay Jordan Heading off the glass to end that first quarter. And then sa fast break points, tumatakbo rin itong TNT. Sila pa rin ang nagdodomina sa kategoryang yan. 22 to 4, 18 ang plus nila dyan. They'll run or they'll set it up and hit a 3 in the half court.
That's
Coach.
a telling stat of the way each team plays. San Miguel likes a half-court game. TNT likes to push. At no inch, no quarter given here by TNT. Kada shoot ng San Miguel or kada turnover ng San Miguel, may sagot ang TNT.
Low scoring nga din yung third quarter. Kung titignan mo, 22 to 21 lang. Pero lamang pa rin ang TNT.
And that's because of Calvin Oftana with 27 points. And yes, San Miguel clawed back in the third period, almost matching the point total ng TNT, just losing by 1. But they've got a big mountain to climb. But if there's a team that's capable of coming back from big deficits, it's San Miguel because of its deep bench and also because of one man, Junmar Fajardo, best player of the conference.
That's right. Well, he's got a lot more guys who can cause damage as well. CJ is there, you know, and Don Torlano, even Kwame Tiongson if he gets going. The bounce and the easy basket to start the fourth mula kay Junmar.
Wasting no time, going straight to Junmar.
Yeah.
Why not?
And he's picking up the points. He's got 14 points now.
24 na lang yan, ha? 35 kanina yan. Heading into the paint. Layup. Oh, couldn't complete it. But look at Reynam Batak. He gets fouled. And he'll go to the line para for dalawang free throws. Again, these probably are his 9th and 10th attempts already at the free throw line.
And Jordan Heading, by the way, missing that shot. He did not score in the third period.
Oh, he wants a review. Nambatak was asking because he felt he was tripped up, I think. And so referee Bing Oliva will do that. And referee Peter Balaw as well. And nakuha na, no? Nakuha na ng San Miguel ang bola, but then Reynam Batak out of nowhere just gets it right back. So ibang level of intensity ang pinakikita ng TNT rito. Coach Luigi, you've said it time and again that, you know, TNT seems to be in such great condition and they really prepared game faces on when they came to MOA Arena today. And they're showing it on the court.
Well, they also know what's at stake, guys. You know, if TNT loses this, they'll be in a 1-3 hole.
Yes, yes.
You don't want to be in a 1-3 hole. That means to win the championship, they have to beat San Miguel 3 in a row.
Oh, they do deem it
a trip.
A flagrant.
Flagrant penalty
Tripping
one.
action with contact, ang sabi ng ating venue announcer.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing of that you can review, right? At least they can see those things.
And you can upgrade it.
I think to your point, gentlemen, I think yung magandang ginawa ng TNT here was they started out the first quarter well. The adjustment was having Nambatak start. Pogoy contributed before getting into that injury. And then no turning back. Every quarter, you just feel the frantic energy of TNT. That it feels like that every possession is like that last possession. Ang hirap makascore for SMB. In fact, the Dean pointed out, when have you seen San Miguel at 60 points?
Yeah.
Normally, they're known to score. Right? They're only at 60 today. So, we know they're capable, but credit rin sa depensa ng TNT.
That pressure defense from the backcourt has paid dividends for TNT. Although this game is not over yet.
Yes.
Here's an outside shot. And another connection from the outside. Pupuntin, pangalawa na yan from three-point distance.
Corner shots have been killing SMB. TNT always finding those corner guys.
Well, full ang signal ng TNT.
Yeah, it's also because they've been able to spread the floor.
Wami trying to lose ng Batak, flips it up with one hand, hits the deck, Junmar offensive board, power up, and gets it to drop.
Kumakayo dito si Junmar. He's got 16 points. That is his average for the conference.
That's a 27-point lead still para sa TNT. Ng Batak. Didn't force it. Then in season now with 5 to shoot. He'll take another 3. It won't go, and Junmar grabs that rebound. San Miguel needs to hurry dahil kahit 10 minutes pa yan, ang laki ng lamang. So they need to start piling up points. They made the stop, and they put a 3 in.
Kahilig providing quality minutes. That's his second three-pointer.
That's right.
In the game. Total of 8 para sa kanya.
Mabasa 24 ang lamang ng TNT. Heading, sasaksak na naman. Sabay tira pag yung narinig niya yung pito. So he'll go to the line for 2 and we'll go to Eileen.
Gentlemen, it has been the trend in this series na kung sino ang nagkaroon ng good start, siya rin ang makaka-close ng laro with a victory. Kaya naman determinado ang Beermen baguhin ang trend na to. In the latest huddle, Coach Leo wanted to keep things simple. Priority is to score in the paint with a good seal under the basket. Second action na daw ang three-point shooting. While at the post, he wants good execution on a high-low so the Beermen can score from the top of the key. Balik sa inyo.
So yun yung mga strategy na gusto nilang gawin. Although they are pressed for time to execute that at this point.
And you see the change of lineup by Coach Leo. New faces, Rosales, Chongson, and Kahilig. Not your normal faces. It's only Perez and Junmar here for SMB at the 4th.
And Coach Reyes, naninigurado dito. He brings back Calvin Oftana.
Trying to get free was Rosales. Had to pick up his dribble. Now he's in trouble. And it's a tight game at that corner. CJ forcing his way up and draws a foul. And you know, we keep talking about how they've limited Junmar Fajardo for the most part. But they've also limited this guy who's at the line right now. What a game he had last time to win it with a 4 and a 3. But this hasn't been the usual swooping and flying CJ Perez.
It felt kasi parang yung last game, guys, to me, parang nanalo na yung Toketex. They were up by 2. And then out of the blue, CJ just hit 7 points. Tough shots. It's like they won that game, right? So, itong TNT naman, they started out very well in this half. Really locked in. Very uncharacteristic of SMB. Ito, game 3, si Mo was 14 points. He had already 12 early in that first quarter. And it's not, you know, I'm saying it's not only Junmar and Perez. Even Mo has struggled, right? The usual suspects of San Miguel, the 6 guys who had double digits in that winning game 3, have not had the same impact in this game.
Kaya grabe talaga yung mga series, especially a best of 7, how things change from game to game. And you've been there before, Coach Luigi, how you have to change it up. Whatever your strategy was at the start of the series will change midway, or can change midway.
Doesn't mean one pick and roll that you run or a defense will work the same way again.
Now SMB also applying its own version of a pressure defense for the backcourt. And another foul given up by SMB. And there's a reason kung bakit si Chongson is in the game with Rosales. They're providing that kind of pressure that Coach Leo wants all the way from the backcourt. But ito, nakawala si Heading. 5 seconds to go in the shot clock, and he will be at the line. Take this opportunity, guys, to also thank Father Paul Hermano, head of social services of the National Shrine of St. Padre Pio in Santo Tomas, Batangas, and OIC for security, Genaro. And they received our visit just yesterday. And when we gave our donations for the Philippine Star Sports Section's Pascosa Enero annual contest, want to thank also Coach Luigi for his support to our contest for Meralco.
Kahilig will try again, and that's short. Another thing we haven't talked about that much yet in this game is the way the white shirts are going for those rebounds, even the guards.
Yeah. Well, we're saying how important it is to have control of the boards. And for TNT, it's a matter of creating more possessions, be able to dictate the pace, which they've been able to do, and also get good position for second chance points. Those are the 3 P's: position, possessions, and pace.
It's good details in what you said.
And Ciso brings it to the left and then to the middle, to the corner now. Kobuntin lets it fly. And he misses. Mo Tautua up ahead to Chris. Chris into the paint, gets the foul. And then he'll do a nambatak type and hoist it up. So he'll get 2 free throws.
Foul number 0, Simon Ciso. The second foul, 2 on TNT. 2 free throws for Chris Rosales.
Big stat in this game to underscore TNT's defense is the number of turnovers they've been able to force SMB to. And right now, SMB 19 turnovers against 9 for TNT. And the points of turnovers 29-8.
We'd like also to point out, the number of viewers we've been having in the first 3 games, and I guess tonight as well. The fans are really engaged, and look at that. Millions of viewers watching our games 1, 2, and 3. So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, and keep supporting the PBA and watching these finals. This is just game 4, by the way.
We have a good crowd today, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the way.
For a weekday game.
Yeah, the fans are out.
And the fans are getting a treat. First of all, I think the referees are doing a solid job allowing the players to play. I mean, this is the finals.
It gets a bit more physical.
Yeah, it certainly has gotten more physical.
Oh! Simon Enciso showing us his athleticism on that play. Look how high he got for that finger roll.
Got 8 points.
They're all significant. All of them have played their role today.
Rosales, the bounce to Mo. Mo in the air. Thwarted by Ostana. Then tipped away from BGR. And it's gonna stay with the red shirts because tumama sa hita ni BGR nung natapik ni Mo Tautua.
But what help defense by Oftana? There's no open lane for San Miguel in this whole. That's why malaki ang laman ng TNT. It's because of the defense of TNT.
And look at the way TNT trapped CJ Perez.
Mo
will take a 3.
And he puts that one in. Big 3 from Mo Tautua.
The lead is down to 24. Still a lot of time left. More than 7 minutes to go.
Calvin Oftana now had a strong third quarter. Wala pa yan sa fourth, but ayan na.
Makes it look so easy, guys.
He's got 29 points.
29 points. Calvin Oftana.
It's just a couple of dribbles. Just a couple of dribbles, then pull up ng konti, a bit of a fade. The mid-range game is going for him. The 3-point game is going for him. He's had a nice fast break as well in the first half with the left hand.
And not too many peel-it shots by Calvin. He's really dissected whatever defense is thrown his way, whether pick and roll, DHO, post.
Brandon, contact, hits the deck on the Big bump mula kay Big Mo.
And that aggressiveness has been a trademark of the way TNT has been playing its offense. Attacking the interior, challenging the big guys ng San Miguel. And Brandon Ganuelas Rosser back at the line.
TNT, guys, has only 2 fouls. San Miguel has already 6. They're in penalty. But I think the difference in this game is San Miguel has tried to get more physical by having some hard fouls here in the second half. The key with TNT is they've kept guys in front. They've stayed in front of those closeout. The pick and roll the Dean's list was the blitz. They're doing an opposite and they're blitzing SMB. That's why CJ Perez, these guys can't see the floor and their help defense.
2 free throws good para kay Brandon Ganuelas Rosser. Back to 26 ang lamang ng TNT. 6.5 to go. They go to Junmar.
Notice the single coverage by Kelly Williams on Junmar. But Junmar releasing the ball instead of attacking. Here's CJ.
And then the tip. And the white shirts get it again. Junmar's got 18 points to lead San Miguel.
In the finals, he's averaging 19. Here's Nambatak. Going up against Junmar. Wide open. Here's Enciso.
He missed that, but there is Nambatak getting an offensive rebound but missing inside. Dito si Ray talaga, gustong-gusto niya dyan sa loob ng pintura despite his size.
But you know, the key there was they got an extra possession. And that's important. You prevent possessions here for San Miguel. Kelly Williams stripping the ball away from JMF.
And you see some frustration on the face of Junmar Fajardo already.
Harap-harapan yun. That's a 43-year-old. Ageless veteran Kelly Williams stripping the ball away from the 9-time MVP.
More energy from Kelly, actually.
Right. The 2 days rest
off really helped Kelly.
You said it. But then they throw it away, the white shirts. And that's a foul at half court. They're going to look at it to see if it will fall into the category of a
transition take.
Transition take, that's right. And so while we're waiting for that, may kwento na naman si Eileen.
Gentlemen, to add more to the conversation earlier about Brandon Ganuelas Rosser, he has managed to keep Junmar Fajardo's hands full this series, even to the point wherein things got physical last game. Ika nga ni Junmar, it surely is not one of his proudest moments, pero hanga siya sa aggressiveness na pinakita din ni Brandon. Pinagpwersa siya ni Brandon, gumalaw to the point na bagsak daw siya tuwing pag-uwi matapos ang laro. And as far as saying so, he wants Brandon to know that he is one of the toughest bigs he had to play against in the PBA, lalo na at napaka-athletic niya. And for Brandon, the respect goes both ways dahil sabi nga niya, playing against Junmar brings out the best in me. And the competitiveness I'm showing just shows how much I respect him. Balik sa inyo.
Thanks, Eileen. Nakaagaw na naman ng TNT. Another turnover. Then Enciso recovers in the backcourt. Time is dwindling away and TNT looks surely on its way to tying up this series, guys. A four-pointer. Brandon, that's short. Nice line, but bitin yun. Here's CJ. Kinaliwa. And then somebody hit the board and they're going to count that, I believe. CJ might have hurt his ankle slightly.
Hope nothing serious there.
Yeah, the whole goal was shaking, so somebody probably grabbed on the net or hit the board and caused that. So they're probably going to count that shot.
That's the difference. That's it is good for CJ Perez. Timeout TNT Tropang.
Just
Magbalik tanaw tayo sa mga pangyayari so far sa serye. Dean, noong Game 1, nandun tayo, in-out hustle ng TNT sa boards ang SMB. Nakuha nila yung first blood sa series na ito.
We were saying how important it is to control the boards. And the paint control was SMB side in game number 2 kung saan sila nanalo. And then back to, the second chance points also in game number 2. That's because of the paint control. And in game number 3, well, CJ Perez took over, 17 points coming in the fourth quarter out of his 20. And also in that game, San Miguel out-rebounded TNT.
Well, also, in those two games, aside from those CJ 4-point shot and 3-point shot, most was in the paint. In this game, the adjustment of TNT has really been to pick up a little bit, to take away some seconds, and just great defense staying in front.
Well, the perimeter points have come for TNT. They've shot 50 from the perimeter against only 26 for SMB.
Bench players have entered. JM Calma is there. This rookie, Chris Miller, andyan din. And of course, Roddy Brojan and Jeron Teng, who have played earlier in this game, are back.
Kevin Ferrer just adding to TNT's total with an offensive rebound and second chance points.
Teng draws a foul. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Well, most of these guys right now on the court are not really the first stringers, right? Maybe it's Hiso, a little bit of Cobotin, but Rondial, but both sides opting to sit already and maybe plan for that game 5, right?
Well, the series is now squared at 2 wins apiece. I think we can safely say that TNT has breached 100 points, while San Miguel, wala pa silang 80. Now they will go to 80.
Oo nga, umabot na ng 80 ang SMB. Samantalang ang Tropang 5G nasa 104 na and counting. But it doesn't really matter how big that margin will be at the end. What's important to TNT is 2-2.
2-2.
Serya natin.
That's all that matters now for TNT. The question I have for TNT is no Pogoy, right? So moving forward to game 5, and you will have a game 6. Who will be able to help TNT? Obviously, Headings played well, Oftanas played well, Nambatax played well.
Kimarin continuing to pile up the points for TNT.
So nag-signing pala kanina si Mayor Eric pati si Com. Para dun nga sa done deal na nga yung sa Kandon gagawin ang All-Star natin. At yung mga South All-Stars.
Mayor Singson, we were there, and really nice gym, lovely fans.
So yung
Super
coaches,
excited.
the coaches are going to be Coach Al, Coach Shot and Coach Al to draw which who will coach. So we'll find out soon enough who will coach the North and the South.
1-on-1. And they pass the ball off to Miller. Throw it up.
Oh, he's going to get finals points. Miller gets a couple of points here in the finals. Pumasok na rin yung isa pang rookie nila, si Royce Mantua. And sa panig naman ng TNT, nandyan si Hill, pati si Nieto. So clearing the benches. So clearing the benches na talaga.
And what about that shot coming from Gio Halalon on the reverse acrobatic shot? Pumasok.
Calma with the basket as well. And you know, I always like it, and I say it when it happens. Calma and Teng in San Miguel uniforms. Just like in the 90s, 80s, early 90s. Kevin Ferrer stopped in his tracks. Now with Gio, just 2.5 remaining in the game. Halalon. Titirahan na si Miller. And he missed that one. We're just going through the motions now, guys. But what an impressive victory. Coach Luigi, tell us how TNT did it tonight.
I think their energy right from the start, it was no tomorrow for them. I mean, they set the tone. The Dean said it earlier, they picked up full court. They showed in the pick and roll. They didn't give anything easy. And then just the pace at the way they executed their offense, whether it was DHOs, whether it was screens, there was so much movement and so much discipline in terms of they would attack the paint and they would find an open man in the corner, right? And obviously you need some confidence to make shots. TNT came today to play big. Everybody made their threes. I thought that the 2 days off kind of helped guys like Kelly because they played Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So Kelly Williams, you know, is a bit older, and I thought Shot did a good thing of his rotations. He subbed guys in, he rotated his bigs. They did a good job. I'm sure Coach Leo is not happy at all with the way San Miguel is playing defensively.
Kim Aurin gets into it. You know, Kim Aurin, the factor sa game na ito, he normally plays heavy minutes as well.
He'll have to now that Pogo is out.
That's
too.
right, that's right.
He will be one of those guys called for.
And Kim Aurin actually started first 2 games of the finals for TNT.
Chris for 3, still misses. Kevin Ferrer to Mantua, who just lets it fly. Wala rin. And the rebound play, somebody commits a foul. I think it's Tyrus. 1:34 to go in game number 4. The series is going to be tied after this. So it's going to become a best of 3. Yan ang mangyayari dyan.
Just breaking down this game, guys, the pensa ng TNT, that really made the difference. Holding San Miguel to just 84 points at this stage. And also the turnovers that they forced on San Miguel. Sa dami ng turnovers ng San Miguel, 21 in total, and TNT only 11. Sa turnover points naman, 29 points ang nagawa ng TNT and only 11 for SMB. And that's the game right there. The turnovers, the defense, the pressure defense, the inability of San Miguel to get the ball across to be able to have more time to execute their half-court set.
Ito si Aurin. Naku. It was tipped, so he was able to get it back. Halado will drive the baseline and try an acrobatic circle shot, which doesn't hit the mark. Teng on the fast break, can't complete it. And there, my friends, might be the story of today's game for San Miguel.
Normally a basket for Teng.
Yeah.
Even him missing point blank.
Ito nakakuha pa ng offensive rebound and another opportunity in TNT with Mike Nieto in the game.
Yeah. And you like Nieto not forcing things, you know?
Yeah.
And then stepped out of bounds. Kim Aurin, that's a turnover. Only 47 seconds to go. Now, time to rethink, no? Back to the drawing board, ika nga. But there's only 2 days. Because the next game is on Friday at the Inares Center in Antipolo City. So, gotta bounce back quickly.
And people think that this is really going to go 6 or 7. Both teams are really the favorites, and they're showing it in the way they have played this conference, right? Question now is, like you say, adjustments going in pivotal game 5.
They're not looking to score any longer.
Yep.
But wait a minute. Here's a shot from Ferrer.
Kasi mabubuto na sila ng 24 doon.
And Miller.
Maka 4 points si Miller.
For the 2 points. But San Miguel will finish this game scoring less than 90. And we said that. That's going to be the barometer. That's going to be the yardstick. TNT's defense holding San Miguel to less than 90 points in this game. And the series is tied. We're squared at 2 wins apiece.
SMB wins that 4th quarter, but it was such a big lead already, they hardly made a dent. And our Babat player of this game is Calvin Oftana. That's brought to us by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family, only with Devant. What a performance from Calvin Oftana, Dean.
Well, Calvin Oftana did it all. He got the points, he got the rebounds, and he provided the intensity and the hustle all game long, finishing with 31 points, or no, make that 29 points for Calvin Oftana.
There's Coach Chot heading back to the locker room, and of course, quite pleased with the way his team played today. Ito yung mga stats ni Calvin Oftana. Papakita na natin sa inyo.
Very under control the way he attacked in the post. He took that fade away. I mean, his decision-making and the way he broke down things was exceptional. Big game by Calvin.
Very big game. And he led the way, but a lot of his teammates followed. No, it was by no means a one-man job.
Yeah.
And everybody came to play. Kelly Williams credited for the defense, and lots of other guys on that squad. Nambatak, etc., etc. And that's the final score: 110-87. Our series is tied at 2 games apiece. Game number 5 will be coming up on Friday at the Inares Antipolo, where we expect the teams to go all out dahil napaka-crucial to go up 3-2 with 1 game away after that. That's the schedule sa Biyernes, January 30 po sa Inares Antipolo. So, pleasure to have had you with us again. The Dean, always here. And of course, si Eileen Shi naman sa courtside, the rest of our crew sa game na ito. Congrats to Junmar for his BPC award yet again, 13 times na yan. Ako po si Charlie Cuna. Maraming salamat sa inyo magsusubaybay sa ating Philippine Cup Finals. But the series goes on to 5 on Friday.
TNT Tropang 5G have now tied this series to a piece, and joining me is our best player of the game, Calvin Oftana, conference high with 29 points. Calvin, congratulations. You know, we have talked about off nights recently, your turnovers, and of course playing without the likes of Roger Pagoy. Now, do you think that this game is your best game so far in this series? And what do you think clicked for you?
First of all, thank you, Lord, for this win, Lord God. Thank you for the strength every time, Lord God. I don't know if this is the best game of my finals appearance, but I'm just here to perform for my team. Kung anong kaya kong gawin sa loob ng court, hanggat kaya kong gawin, gagawin ko para manalo lang kami.
Calvin, just like what I mentioned, the series is now tied to a piece. How do you plan to step up and lead this team moving forward, especially with the unavailability of Roger Pagoy once again?
Next man up, kung sino yung available, I think kailangan lang namin double effort yung pagkawala ni Roger. I'm just so sad na talagang nawala ulit siya. Pero meron namang mga tao na pwede mag-fill up sa ganun. Stick to the plan. I'm just happy na we have a big chance sa best of 3 na naman.
All right, before I let you go, Calvin, I'm sure you have people to greet, your loved ones, and of course, yung mga fans na nandito sa Mall of Asia Arena.
Una sa lahat, yung wife ko, yung anak ko, Novera family, yung mama niya, and Takil po. Shout out Takil po, and Villahermosa family, Drilon family, Oftana family, Mora family, Anza and Nele family. Talagang sila yung mga taong nandyan palagi sa sumusuporta sa akin. And sa lahat ng mga katropa, maraming salamat sa walang sawang suporta sa family ko. And sa lahat ng fans ng PBA, patuloy niyo pong suportahan ng PBA. Manood po kayo hanggang sa dulo. Salamat po.
Once again, Calvin Oftana, our best player of the game. Let's now turn it over to Eileen with our winning coach.
Coach Chot, congratulations. It has been TNT all the way during the game, especially after 30-point quarters in the first half. Was this win a case of great defense of TNT limiting SMB offensively, or a case of efficient offense with TNT shooting at 50% from the field?
Well, anytime you come out with a victory like this, it's always a combination of both. But it was very important for us to get our offense on track, because the way to beat a team like San Miguel is to make sure that you're scoring on them. So we worked on that, talked long about that, and Fortunately, we shot well from the field for the first time in the series. And but I think the most important thing was we put the whole complete game together. And the only thing that we wrote on the board before the game was 48. We wrote the number 48 in our board because that's the way to beat a team like this, to play good basketball for 48 minutes. Last game, we played well for 36 minutes. We lost in the end. Game 2, again, we played a very poor first half. So today, that was, fortunately, we were able to come and deliver for the entire 48 minutes.
Game 4 ng ating PBA Philippine Cup Finals. Up na ng 2-1 ng SMB. Gusto sana nilang gawing 3-1. Bago nun na bigyan ng award na naman si Junmar Fajardo. 13th BPC plaque para sa kanya. Sa first quarter natin, Jordan Herring setting the tone, attacking the basket. And they took the lead at that point and never relinquished it anymore the rest of the game. Mo Tautua trying his best inside for San Miguel Beermen. Medyo dikit pa laban natin sa umpisa din.
Dikit nga, but si Jordan Heading just ran amok. And BGR with that dunk off the break. And Jordan Heading, he will come through with that four-pointer from the logo. And he had 11 points in the first quarter.
35 big points para sa TNT. Sa unang quarter pa lang, kaya 17-point lead agad. At napansin mo nga, Coach Luigi Tilio as RR Pugoy contributed bago niya na-re-injure yung kanyang hamstring. That the shots were just coming so easily for TNT, but not the same. Tino mo, yung mga difficult shots na ganyan para sa San Miguel naman.
Yeah, there was no letdown from TNT. They dominated even this second quarter, 30-22. Everything was hard for them and just unselfish basketball. Like Nambata kicking Oftana, Rosser finding Oftana. TNT was just a team possessed today.
Tapos si Galinato scoring from the inside.
He contributed too.
Dami yan. Lahat sila eh. Lahat ng pinasok ni Coach Chot tumutulong sa first half. And sa third quarter naman,
25-point lead at the half by TNT.
Lumaki nga eh. And then in the third quarter, Calvin Oftana made sure na hindi sila mag-let up. May tendency kasi pag ganyan kalaki lamang mo, medyo mag-let up ka. But you know, they just kept attacking and attacking. Troliano tried his best, but it wasn't enough.
Well, San Miguel tried to match the output of TNT in this quarter, but Enciso drilling that three, and Oftana will also contribute another three to end the scoring here in the third quarter.
Nabanggit nga ni Coach Luigi eh, for every 2 ng San Miguel, 3 ang isasagot ng TNT eh.
Yeah, there was 14-6 3 points for the game. And you have to credit TNT. They shot the ball well, they moved the ball well. You see the gap was wide open. I mean, how many penetrations, open layups did TNT have? And you know, we were waiting for San Miguel's comeback. You know, they chipped away, but not enough to significantly make a dent here in this game.
Hindi na bumaba ng less than 20. Even if they battled underneath, even Kevin Ferrer was able to get inside points. And then off the bench, Kim Aurin comes in and hits a jumper of his own, and all the way na to a game 4 victory to tie the series at 2 apiece.